Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What up? What up? What's happening? Yeah, man. 10 years on YouTube, man. My exciting 10 years on YouTube, man. Because a lot of drama, a lot of shit. And I know that's what y'all motherfuckers like. This the crumb side. I respect the crumb side. I respect the motherfucking crumb side. I know what the crumb side is into. I know what the crumb side want to hear. But nah, man. It's not all drama, right? It's probably a lot, though. I don't know, man. That's what happens when you add a street nigga to a bunch of fucking squares, man. Shit gonna get crazy. Shit crazy. But yeah, what's up, people? What's happening, man? This is the first AGS Lite episode of 2020. God damn. Yeah. Happy New Year and all that shit, man. That shit over, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit over, man. Yeah. But yo, shout outs to Broken Games HD, man. He inspired this video, man. I definitely stole it. Y'all know BG don't got no problem with stealing, right? He loves to steal. Say no. He probably stole it from somebody else, because there's a lot of these videos on YouTube. Let's be real. I know he stole it from somebody else, and I'm stealing it from him. Sue me, nigga. Say no. But no, he definitely inspired this video, because I was like, damn, I've been on here 10 years. I didn't even know he'd been on here 12 years. Like, that would be 2007. I didn't even know that. But I've been on here 10 years, man. 2009 to be exact. And yeah, it'll be 11 years this year, but that's way in August. So, yeah, let's get it, man. We got the first cocksucker. Yeah, I did clown BG for making a video like this, because BG's fucking journey is not entertaining. Mine is. That's the difference, dick sucker. But sit back and listen and shut the fuck up. You dig? That's what you do. You dig? That's why I said exciting, because my shit is exciting. BG shit was boring. And I ain't watch all his joint. I kind of skimmed through it. The drama parts was pretty entertaining, man. I'm going to be real. That was the cool parts when he was talking about Drake Court and shit. But most of that shit was boring as fuck. And yeah, that's what I said. That's why I was clowning BG, because I was like, yo, your story is boring, but my story is entertaining. So it is what it is. So yeah, sit back and shut the fuck up. You dig? Mr. 617 Bean, cocksucker, fall back. Or learn how to read, because I was very clear in what the fuck I said. What the fuck? I didn't say, yo, I didn't say nobody should do this. I just said if it's not entertaining, then why do it? And we already know I got a lot of motherfucking drama and all that shit. So, yeah, this is going to be some entertaining shit. And if it ain't, then, fuck it. You dig? But I think it's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be good. So, yeah, fall back. Yeah, man, let me see. So, yeah, we're just going to start all the way at the beginning and talk about my time on YouTube, man. My 10 years on YouTube. It's a little over 10 years now, but it's pretty. It ain't been 11 yet. So yeah. What's up though, man? Shout outs to the chat. What's good? What up? What up? What we got? Who we got up in here, man? Who we got up in here? What's happening? I don't recognize most of y'all, man. Who y'all niggas, man? Oh, I recognize Biz the Kid Gaming. What up? What up? The rest of you not perp-minded. I recognize perp-minded. The rest of you niggas, I don't know you strangers, man. Nah, what up, though? What up? This nigga said, I missed the bus. Oh, shit, getting your crisscross on? I missed the bus. I missed the bus. Yo. Oh, man. Yeah, man, sit back, man, relax. This video might be a little while, man. We got a lot of shit to talk about. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a fucking lot, dog. Yo, shout outs to Undenied Real on the super chat, man. He said 10 years, didn't find you until 2004, LOL. Yeah, I was here since 2009. You know what I mean? I was here since 2009. So yeah, man, you missed a lot, man. But hopefully I'm gonna fill you in on a little bit. I'm gonna fill you in. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Shout out to Gold Chain Gamer, man. Philly, we in here. Philly. Yeah, I don't make videos nowhere near as much as I used to. What I do now, I'm like, once a week? I used to be like every day at one point in time when that shit was exciting, man, when it was fun to do. it ain't really as fun to do no more as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's trash now. So it's different. Shout outs to Jarvis. 8, what up, player? Thank you for the super chat. Was good. I needed this. Work boring as fuck right now. That's why I'm coming through in the clutch. You dig? So relax, man. This shit gonna be good. You know what I mean? This is gonna be good. Relax. All right, so we're gonna start at the beginning, man. So when it comes to YouTube, when I first got on YouTube, I didn't know nothing about a gaming community or none of that shit. Actually, when I found I could tell you my first YouTube video. The first YouTube video I ever watched was like a Kimbo Slice video. I was in the projects selling crack. You know what I'm saying? My man had a fucking iPhone, whatever the first iPhone was, and he was showing us these Kimbo Slice videos where this nigga was, fighting in the backyard and fucking niggas up and all that crazy shit. So that's the first time I seen YouTube. Like I heard about it and all that, but that was like the first time I seen it. I think this was definitely 07. You know what I mean? I got out of prison in 06, October 06. So it was right around when the iPhone first came out, because I remember that was like a big thing. Like, yo, I could watch YouTube on my phone and all that shit. So I'm watching Kimbo Slice videos, and then my homie started showing us some motherfucking some twerk videos. So my first introduction to YouTube was Kimbo Slice and twerk videos. I didn't even have a PC. I ain't have a PC. I ain't know shit about PC or none of that. But I remember, damn, they got twerk videos and shit. That was like a big deal at the time. Like, damn, bitches just shaking their ass all through the internet. Yo, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, this was 07. I didn't get my first PC until 09. So, in between that time, my homie had a PC, and I would go to his crib, and I would, you know what website I used to go to? I used to go to IGN. That's it. All I knew was IGN. I knew IGN, and I knew YouTube for Kimbo Slice videos and fucking twerk videos. So I used to be on IGN, or I would go to YouTube and look up Kimbo Slice or motherfucking twerk videos. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did within them couple of years, between 07 and 09. Finally in 09, I decided, who the fuck, I hate when people want to start hitting my shit up now. Damn. Hold on, man. Fall back. Hold up. So I start live streaming, then they want to fucking start hitting my shit up. Anyway, so I would just go to my homie crib. I get on YouTube, check out some Kimbo Slice videos, check out some twerking videos, and that was it. You know what I mean? Them twerk videos was crazy. So 09, I got my first PC. It was only the tower. I paid $100 for it down fucking where I was at. Germantown. No, not Germantown. Not Germantown. Kensington and Allegheny. God damn. I've been away from Philly too long. I got to go home, man. For real. I can't be I've been away too long. Kensington and Allegheny, man. Under the L. It was like this clothes thrift shop or some shit. And in the back, it was this old dude that would fix PCs. And he was selling some. So he had a fucking tower. The shit had a dual core, whatever. I knew nothing about PCs. I didn't know the difference between RAM and a CPU at this motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? So he had a tower, $100. Listen, this how bad it was. The nigga ain't even have a mouse, a PC mouse. He gave me an Apple mouse. So I was using an Apple mouse with a fucking PC. Now, you know an Apple mouse, that shit ain't got no scroll wheel. That shit ain't got no fucking left and right click or none of that shit. So when I had the PC and I would want to stroll down the page, I used to have to go to the side of the page and pull the bar down to stroll through pages. Shit was crazy. But I didn't care. It worked. YouTube worked. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that mattered. So I started, the nigga said stay away from Kensington. I used to live right around the corner and shit on Tioga, so, yeah, but I know Kensington, man. That's the Walking Dead, man. I already know. So I had a fucking, I had a tower. It was like a dual core. It was slow as fuck. The shit used to take like 20 minutes to boot up. Also, I had DSL internet because where I was living, they didn't even have high speed or nothing. So that's what I was stuck with. You know what I'm saying? So I used to get on YouTube, watch my twerk videos and watch Kimbo Slice videos and go to IGN. That's pretty much all I did. So, around 2009, I decided that now it's time for me to like sit my ass down somewhere, right? I was already on a run, you know what I mean? At the time, I had been on a run for close to, it was almost 3 years, you know what I mean? It was close to 3 years that I had been on a run. So I felt like I'm out here, I'm shucking and driving. I was selling some haze and shit. That didn't really work out. I'm not really a weed seller like that, but I tried some haze and all that shit. I had the white tops with the crown on it. I said that in one of my must listens. That's real shit. But I wasted a lot of money on that. But I was like, you know what? It's time for me to just sit my ass down somewhere. I already did 7 years upstate straight from 99 to 2006. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not trying to go back. So it's like, it's time for me to fall back and find something else to fucking do, right? But I still knew, like, damn, I gotta go back to jail because I'm on a run now. So I got to finish my time if I do want to try to change my life. Like, that has to happen. But of course, I ain't have enough courage to go turn myself in. Come on, that's hard. That's hard to just get up one day and be like, you know what? I'm going to jail. I'm going to put myself in jail. So it was kind of hard. I couldn't do it. So I got the PC. It was like January, February 09. I actually did not find YouTube gaming anything until July. What happened was I went to GameStop and I had got I pre-ordered Madden. They had a special going on. You pre-order Madden, you will get the demo early. I think it was only like a day early, but I needed that because at the time I was a Madden fanboy. And not a fanboy in the sense of these rabid motherfuckers running around here now. It was just like, I grew up on Madden. Madden was always the holy grail. You know what I'm saying? Madden was always the holy grail of fucking football games. I loved other football games. They were all great. You know what I mean? Fucking Game Day, Super High Impact, Tecmo Bowl, Joe Montana Sports Talk, NFL 95. You know what I'm saying? All them games was fire, but Madden was always the holy fucking grail, right? So when I got locked up, when you get locked up, everything that you love and everything that you like, everything that you into, it kind of stopped, right? You don't grow with the free world when you're locked up. However, whatever was going on when you got locked up, that's where it stops. That's where it stays until you get out and then you find out, hey, nigga, shit done changed. You know what I mean? I got out. I thought Guess jeans was still popping with the pencil pocket. You dig? No, Guess jeans ain't popping no more. What? Guess jeans ain't popping no more. Fuck is y'all niggas talking about? Classics ain't popping no more. Reebok classics. They ain't popping no more. What the fuck is going on? So when I went to jail, that's what I remember. Everything that was great, that's what you remember. But it stops. When you're in jail, you don't grow with the free world. Everybody else that moved on, shit done came in style, shit done went out of style. You don't experience all of that. You only remember what you remember when you went in. So when I went in, Madden was the shit. You know what I mean? Now when I come out, it's different now, right? This shit done changed. So what happened? I got the demo and I played it. I got the Madden 10 demo. So I'm like, yeah, this joint alright. I like it, because Madden 09 was my shit. That's the last game that I really played real heavy. You know what I'm saying? That was the last game that I played over 100 games online. Like, I love Madden 09. You know what I mean? I thought that shit was fire. I think I got the $90 version and all that fly shit that came with, like, the coaching game and all that. Remember that shit? So I get on YouTube and I type in Madden videos. I'm like, let me see what other people think about it. And then I find Apex is free. At the time, he was like the godfather of Madden videos. Like, he started all this sports game critique and shit that you see going on now. You know what I mean? At the time, he had like 3,000 subs, which to me was like a big fucking deal, right? Like, damn, 3,000 subs, how he do that? So he had all these videos criticizing Madden, talking dirty about Madden. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really like that. Cause I was like, hold up, man. I felt like it was disrespectful, right? I'm like, hold the fuck up. Madden is Madden, nigga. How the fuck you gonna disrespect Madden? This shit been popping since 91. Like, how you gonna disrespect Madden? Madden is fucking Madden. Now, of course, if you show me some shit, I can separate it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna deny it or turn a blind eye and shit. I can recognize if some shit is broken and all that. But I'm looking at their videos and I'm like, oh man, this shit crazy. They talking dirty about Madden. Oh no, fuck that. So I decided I'm gonna start making a video, right? So August 2009 was the first time I made a video. Now I'm watching other people. I was only in the sports community. I didn't know nothing about any other gaming communities. I didn't know about the commentating community, the Call of Duty. I knew nothing about none of that. All I knew about was like the sports, shit on Madden, and praise 2K community. That's all I knew. So I came in trying to protect Madden. But as them videos was coming out, yeah, I was losing that. I couldn't really do it. But I was gaining a little ground and shit. People was fucking with me. They're like, damn, this dude funny or whatever, he's entertaining. You know how I do. So I was going that. I was going that other I was calling them Madden haters at the time, which they really wasn't. But I was kind of blinded by nostalgia. So I was going at niggas, but it wasn't in no disrespectful way or nothing like that. I was just challenging niggas' claims and all that shit. So I started to gain a little traction and shit, man. I started to do well. And I watched what other people was doing, so that's what I started doing. I didn't know nothing about capturing gameplay or none of that shit. All I knew was get a camera, turn the shit on, and stand in front of it. That's what I knew. This is why I know Barney Fife, he was on the podcast, AGS. He was around back then because he was like one of the first people I got cool with. So he'll tell you, all my videos, I was on camera. I know a lot of dudes is gay nowadays. And, Hard8, why don't you show your face? I want to see you. I want to see what you look like. And it's like my fucking profile picture is me, motherfucker. Like, who you think that is, nigga? That's me. But show me you. I want to see you, please. It's like, no, nigga, I don't really care to do that type of shit no more. But all of my early videos, they were on camera. That's all I knew how to do. I didn't know nothing else. I didn't know about no Hapog HD, no Dazzle capture card and nothing. I knew about standing up in front of the camera or putting the camera up on some boxes and trying to line it up with the TV and recording the fucking screen. That's all I knew. That shit used to take too much fucking time, so I used to just stand up in front of the motherfucking camera like, yo, what up? You did? That's what I did. The first review I ever did, the first gaming review I ever did was Fight Night Round 4. I did a review for Fight Night Round 4. It got like 420 views. I remember I was hyped as fuck. Like, oh shit, nigga, I got 400 views. This is crazy. I was hyped as shit off them little bit ass fucking views. But when you first starting, man, anything is appreciated. You dig? I know now, and I got kind of like a chip on my shoulder about certain shit, but at that time, it was like, nigga, this shit is lit. I got 420 fucking views. This is something I want to do. And I found myself really excited to make YouTube videos. So I'm making YouTube videos. One day I decide, you know what? I'm going to give 2K a shot. Fuck it. I never played 2K. I was biased. I didn't want to play it. I'm like, man, fuck that game. You know what I'm saying? It's Madden. I bought 2K for like, I think it was $1.99 at GameStop on the fucking PS3. I had an Xbox. It was backwards compatible. Yeah, right. I had an Xbox. So I got 2K, like $1.99 from GameStop, and I played it. And that first game I played, I became a believer. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I see now why people are saying what the fuck they saying. This is different. And at the time, the game was like 4 or 5 years old. I'm like, yo, this is a totally wow. Like, wow. That day that I first played 2K, I realized that Madden was some bullshit. I was like, hold up. This shit is in a whole nother league. I got 2K5. This shit is in a whole nother league. What is going on? So, Now I'm starting to gain some subscribers. I got like 150 subscribers and all that shit. I'm popping a little bit. So now I start to expand outside of the sports community. You know what I mean? And I'm starting to find that there's a whole fucking gaming community going on. Now, you gotta remember, I'm like fresh off the streets. I'm just starting to now calm my ass down from all this street shit and all that shit, right? So when I was seeing some of these gaming dudes, I was like, yo, these dudes are a bunch of fucking nerds. Like, look at these fucking lames. And one of those people was Shokio. Shokio was like a little kid at the time. Shokio was like 13, 14, but he was talking real spicy in one of his videos. And I was like, oh, look at this bitch ass little kid. I was like, yo, look at this dude. I remember he used to like sit in front of his TV. And he still had like a fat screen in 2009. Meanwhile, y'all already know how I do when it comes to them TVs. I had like some top of the line Sony shit. It was 120 hertz flat screen. Shit was fire. TV was fire. So I remember clowning him about his TV and all that. I'm like, look at this fucking nerd. Then I found his brother, Blackbuster Critic. I thought he was a fucking nerd. I'm like, yo, these dudes are a bunch of fucking lames, dog. Ain't no real niggas in this gaming community. Oh, well, I think I found my motherfucking lane, right? So I stumbled across El Presidor. During this time, El Presidor was doing that Trey Brotherhood, PlayStation, fucking console war shit. Oh man, I really was tripping. I really was like, what the fuck? Look at this old ass dude. What the fuck? I really was fucking tripping then. I was like, yo, these niggas is fucking weird. What the fuck is going on? This shit is crazy. But I found myself watching it because it was gaming. You know what I mean? But it was like I was just watching the clown these motherfuckers, man. That was it. So I got a bright idea, right? I'm like, damn. By this time I found World Star Hip Hop. So I went on World Star Hip Hop and they had twerking videos on World Star Hip Hop. So I had the bright idea that I'm gonna record this twerking video. I'm gonna point my camera at my TV screen, record this twerking video, and I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel. Right? So I recorded this twerking video on World Star Hip Hop, put it on my fucking YouTube channel, and the bitch got like 9,000 views, right? I'm like, holy shit, 9,000 views? Oh, well, fuck that. I'm uploading twerk videos from now on. Fuck that. I'm going to go to World Star, steal the twerk video, and bring them to my shit. This is what I'm doing. So I did that shit with like 2 videos. But, you know, I was going to continue doing what I was doing with the game and shit, but I was just going to throw them twerk videos in there, at random because they was bringing in the views. Like I said, I put up them 2 videos. The one joint got like 9,000. The other joint got like 6,000. And like I said, at the time, that was like mind blowing. Like, holy shit, nigga, I got fucking 6,000 views on one video. So I'm gonna fucking start getting these twerk videos. But before that could pop, one of the videos got flagged the fuck down. So now I'm puzzled. I'm like, they throwing me for a doozy. All of these twerk videos on YouTube, I put up one and it gets flagged down. So now I got suspended. And I remember I was suspended for like 2 weeks. This is somewhere like in the beginning of September of 2009. I'm like, fuck, man, this is some bullshit. So during this time, I went to Blackbuster Critic. I went to his video. And I started clowning him in the comment section. And me and him was going to have like some little back and forth war once my suspension was over. Because he told me, he was like, yo, he knew I was suspended. And I was like, yeah, once my suspension over, I'm roasting the shit out you and all this fly shit. And he was like, yeah, I can't wait. And I couldn't wait. At the time, right, you gotta understand, right, I was not seasoned or trained on this internet shit. I didn't know nothing about networking. I didn't know nothing about trolling. I didn't even know none of these terms. I didn't know anything about attacking a bigger YouTuber so your channel can get more looks. I didn't know none of that. And I swear to God, I wasn't even coming at Blackbuster Critic to try to gain any subs or anything like that. Because at the time, he was huge. Like, he was growing real fast. This nigga was getting like 1,000 subs a day or some shit like that. He was growing real quick. I wasn't even trying to attack him like to try to bring attention to my channel. My thought processing wasn't even like that. Because like I said, I wasn't seasoned with this YouTube shit and all that. I just thought he was a corny ass nigga. That's it. It was like, this nigga's a lame. You know, typical black nigga shit. We always like to attack our own. You know, we do like to do that when we out here in these streets and ignorant and all that shit. We will attack our own for no motherfucking reason. It just is what it is. I explained that shit to y'all before in Life Behind Bars. You know, when I was upstate, if a Puerto Rican dude came up there, was new to the jail, all the Puerto Rican dudes, they're gonna embrace him. They don't give a fuck if this nigga was from East Bubblefuck. They gonna pull him in and he good. Same thing with the whites, same thing with every other fucking race. But when it come to blacks, we ready to fight the new nigga. What the fuck this nigga think he is? Fuck he walking like? The fuck is this nigga looking at? Like, we just be on some nut shit. That's the type shit we be on when you out in these motherfucking streets. We be on some nut shit. So I was bringing that shit to fucking YouTube. This nigga, Blackbuster Critic, look like a fucking nerdy, a lame. I'ma come at this nigga. That was really it. That was my mind frame. I'm gonna come at this nigga, so I'm waiting this shit. I'm like, oh, I can't wait till my suspension over. I'm gonna get this nigga to business. And again, I didn't even have no real problem with this guy, man. And like I said, I wasn't even trying to gain nothing from it. That wasn't even my thought process. I didn't know shit about growing a channel off attacking somebody bigger than you and all that. I ain't know nothing about that shit. No, I ain't know nothing about trolling, nothing. I just ain't like the nigga. I thought he was lame. And that's why I wanted to attack. You dig? So during my suspension, I'm waiting for me to get off my suspension. Bam, I get locked up, right? Because I told y'all I was on a run. SWAT team, U.S. Marshals, come to the crib, kick the door all in. I go back upstate for 11 and a half months, damn near a year. I was like 10 days shy of a fucking year. So I got locked up, I think it was like September 10th, 09, and I got out August 31st, 2010. So I get locked up, I come back, my channel was gone like permanently. Like, they never let my channel come back. That's when it was Hard7times. You know what I mean? I had a bunch of videos and shit that I wish was still around today, but it's gone. You know what I mean? Fucking gone. So I started over. So when I get back, let me back up though. Before I got locked up, Blackbind came along, right? And this is not the Blackbind y'all know today. Nah, this is the this is the real Blackbind that came along. He came because Blackbind made his channel like right after mine. This is the Blackbind before like he ever got some pussy or any of that. Like, this was virgin Blackbind. This nigga was, I don't think he was going outside or not. All that going to clubs, bars, all that. I don't think none of that was happening at the time. This was Blackbind that was like fucking scared to look at the camera, like shy, soft-spoken, and all that shit. Straight fucking nerd, right? The only thing that kept me off his ass at the time was because he said he was from Philly. So he was like, I started watching one of his videos and he mentioned, because he was like new, so he was like introducing himself and shit. He was like, yeah, I'm from Philadelphia and all that. And I was like, oh, okay, he from Philly. All right, well, yeah, that's cool. I fucks with him then. You know what I mean? And I subscribed to him and shit because he was from Philly. But this was this ain't the Blackbind y'all know now. This was a different Blackbind. But he was from Philly, so he was cool with me, right? So I get locked up. I get out August 31st, 2010. I gets right back on YouTube and I gets right back to the bullshit. But now things has changed. The landscape has changed. Now Blackbind is the guy you know now. He's this new guy. I'm like, who the fuck is this? What the hell done happened since I've been going? What's going on? The landscaping has changed now. Now live commentary is all the rage. You know, Modern Warfare 2 had ushered in that new era or whatever like that. So it's like, oh, okay, all right. Live stream. So I get back on YouTube. Now I got to make a new account, which was at the time, it was Hard8times. So I made a new account, and I think one of my first 5 videos, somewhere in there, I made a video coming at Shokio. I think the video was something like, let's try to help Shokio get some pussy or some shit like that. Something like that. Like I said, I'm fresh from upstate One of my first 5 videos, I'm attacking this man. I'm getting right back to the fucking bullshit, right? I'm attacking this man. Yeah, let's help Shokyo get some fucking pussy or some shit. I'm roasting him in the video or some shit like that. And I get fucking flagged. The video gets flagged. So I'm like, fuck. So I remember I went to Sears. I bought a pink fucking camera. Yeah, the camera I used to record with was fucking pink. You know what I mean? Now the whole live commentary thing is a thing. So now I'm getting into that. And I'm like, oh, I could do that. You know what I mean? I don't really know nothing about a Hapag or nothing, no dazzle. All I know is I'm going to stack these boxes up. I'm going to put the camera up there, try to line it up with the fucking screen and go for it. Even on this channel right here, if you go all the way back to the beginning, you're going to see some Call of Duty videos with me pointing the camera at the fucking screen. The shit ain't even fucking straight half of the time. It's all crooked on a fucking gangster lean and all that shit. So I get to the I start doing my thing on the live streams, live commentaries and shit like that. And I start to meet people in the community and shit, right? So I start to meet like the J-Eazy's and the NASA's and Jive Turkeys and all of that shit. And again, I don't know nothing about this internet shit, man. I don't know nothing about networking. I don't know nothing about befriending people so you can get ahead. And I don't know nothing about none of this shit, dog. I'm thinking that if I'm fucking with somebody, they genuine, we cool, we cool. I don't know nothing about playing the game or none of that shit. I'm raw around the motherfucking edges and shit. So I start to meet all these motherfucking people and shit. I'm doing my live commentary. And it was working for me. My subs was growing. You know what I mean? 500 subs, 1,000 subs, 1,500 subs, 2,000 subs. I'm growing. Again, I got a fucking camera pointed at the screen. This is why I was telling people, before you start wasting your money on all of this equipment and all that shit for the streaming YouTube shit, make sure you can entertain an audience off of just you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get you in pocket first before you start spending money. People seem to do it the other way around. They seem to think because they got this beautiful quality, perfect mics, all this shit, perfect color correction and editing, they think they just gonna automatically pop. No, if you are not entertaining off of you alone, all of that other shit is like a bonus. You know what I mean? Like nowadays you kind of need it, but you still got to make sure you are in order before people is going to fuck with you. Then you can worry about spending all that money on all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a fucking camera pointed at a screen, and half of the time the camera wasn't even straight. Audio quality was terrible, but with that setup, I was able to acquire 3,000 subs, right? So, I'm doing my live commentary and I'm growing. I'm doing my thing. Everything's looking good and shit like that. I'm meeting these people and shit. And, I'm making a mistake of thinking that these people are like friends and shit. You know, I'm making that mistake. Again, I'm not trained for this shit. I don't know how to fucking do this shit. I'm raw. I'm just here. I don't know nothing. I don't know how this game goes. I'm learning as I go. Bam. Jesus Bynum comes out, right? Jesus Bynum video comes out. Y'all already pretty much know the story with that. Sony store was going to be down that day that the demo was releasing. And y'all know the PS3 used to update at like 6 o'clock at night, right? Xbox used to update in the morning. PS3 used to update at night. So I was going to end up getting the demo on the 360, but being though that the PlayStation was going to be down for like some maintenance or some shit, they decided to look out and update the store at like 1 o'clock in the morning, even before the Xbox. So my thought process was like, yo, I'm gonna hurry up and download this demo and put up a video and hopefully I can get like 1,000 views. That was my aim. I could get like 1,000 views, bet. And y'all already know the rest is history. Jesus Bynum shit takes place. I upload the video, I go to sleep. I wake up to a text, my homie like, yo, that video at 55,000 views. I'm like, what? By the time I got to it, it was over fucking 100,000, 200,000. It was crazy. This shit was, I had all these awards. You remember YouTube used to give you awards. I had all these awards for the most viewed video of the day. I was on the front page of YouTube. Y'all remember how big that was. Shit just blew the fuck up. Now, you gotta understand, these motherfuckers on YouTube are vultures, right? Once you get that type of notoriety, a lot of people now want to be your friend because they want to be able to ride that wave with you and hope that it pays off for them and their channel, right? So now I got a lot of people that's like in the gaming community that I'm that's cool with me. You know what I mean? They want to play games with me and shit now. They want to chill with me and shit. They want to add me on a friend list and all that shit because they see, damn, the boy popping right now. And I'm doing fucking interviews with Kotaku. They talking about my video on fucking NBA.com. Like, oh, it was everywhere. Shit went viral. Blue. Shit blew the fuck up. I'm that nigga. Right? So, you know, I got all these fucking fake ass friends and shit. You know what I mean? I'm cool with all these fucking people on the internet, man. And, you know, it's pretty much all because, you know, it looked like I was going places once that video blew up. Because after that video blew up, anytime I made a video about anything sports related, that shit got over 10,000 views. Like, it was like, oh, I could have been up there with, I possibly could have been up there with like a fucking Chris Smooth if I would have just stuck to the sports shit. Like if I would have just stuck to the sports shit when I had the chance, I probably would be pretty big right now. Cause I know it's a lot of dudes that started doing like the 2K videos and all that. And they pretty big right now. I had that lane. That lane was open for me to take, but I fumbled. And plus I can't just do one type of content anyway, dog. I gotta switch it up. But I had that lane, man. That lane was for me to take because after that video, anything I did sports related, that shit got a lot of views. Got way more views than anything else I was doing. I had that lane, man. I could have been up there with any of them big sports dudes you see now. I could have been right there if I would have just took advantage of what I had when that shit went viral. But of course, I fucked that up, fumbled that. Now, like I said, I can't just do one topic and shit like that anyway. So that thing blew up. I had a lot of new friends. That shit funny now. But anyway, I had a lot of new friends. So again, Chris Smooth was the big dude in the community. He started doing, cause I was around when Chris Smooth was fresh. He even gave me a shout out in one of his videos way back in 2009 when he had like 2,000 subs. I was there at the beginning when he started coming through. But at this time, he was doing Call of Duty videos. And I really didn't like him because he was a camper. And you know how much I hate campers in multiplayer games. And he was like notorious for camping. And he thought he was good at the game, but he really wasn't good at the game. He was one of them people that would play all day until they get that one decent gameplay and then they upload it. But actually they trash. So I didn't like this nigga because he camped all the time. Just a camper. I hated that shit. So somebody got a hold of one of his videos because you remember they had that battle, that battle recorder or whatever that shit was called on Black Ops. So they sent me the video and they like, yo, this nigga Chris Smooth is a bum, dog. Look at this video. You should do a commentary over it. And I'm like, yeah, I should. I remember we was like in an Xbox party or something, and there was a bunch of us in that party. And I remember niggas was hyping me up to do that shit too. Like, yeah, Hard8, you should do that shit. That shit gonna be funny as shit. And I was like, yeah, I should do that shit. I'm gonna commentate over that shit. And then I did it, right? It was called, damn, what's the name of that video? I know it's still up on, what's the name of that other website that we dump videos off of when we don't want to get blocked? I forget the name of that fucking site, man. But it's still up, you know what I mean? But I did the video. I commentated. I did a live commentary over Chris Smooth gameplay, which was absolutely fucking horrible, right? He was camping, kept trying to go back to the same camp spot, kept getting killed over and over again. The video was fucking hilarious, right? I put the video up, it's popping. You know what I mean? Views flying up on that joint. The comments is flying. It's happening. Mind you, I already got a strike on my channel. So this video gets fucking flagged. And I remember I was asleep too. And Jive Turkey hit me up on Facebook. He was like, yo, the video is gone. I'm like, the video is gone. He like, yeah, the Chris Smooth video is gone. Yo, you got flagged or some shit like that. Like, your channel is gone. I'm like, what? I get on YouTube, shit is gone. I'm like, only thing I can do is I can see my videos and that's it. Like, I couldn't do nothing. I was done, yo. Like, it was a wrap. I was like, oh my God, no. This is the original Jesus Bynum video. This shit was like almost it was about to hit 1 million views. It was at like 950,000 or 70,000, some shit like that. I'm like, no, fuck no. So I lost that channel. That was Hard 8 times, man. So I had to start over with the channel I got right now that I'm on right now. The real Hard 8 times. I started over. During this time, I still was pointing the camera at the screen, but I ended up getting a Hapog, a HD Hapog and all that shit. Now, I got all these friends now, but I ain't hot no more, right? So, you know what I mean? The channel going, that video going, you know what I mean? It's whatever. You know what I mean? That shit's gone. I meet Frog the Barber, right? Frog the Barber was like the first person that I was like, yo, this is my homie. Like, yo, I fuck with this dude. I find Frog the Barber on a YouTube video on his channel. He had like 30 subs at the time. Like, he had like 30 motherfucking subs at the time. And we got cool. We both had a love for Gears. You know what I mean? We both had a love for Gears. And we used to play Gears together. And we just got cool. I'm like, yo, this is my man. I mean, like, yo, this is my homie. Again, I don't know nothing about this YouTube shit. I don't know how it go. I'm winging it, dog. I'm learning as I go. I don't know shit about playing no games. Like, yo, I didn't know nothing about, like the whole networking shit. You know what I mean? You got to understand. And I can't say if anything is, like, really wrong with that shit, but people will use you, dog. Like, you will be used on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If people see that they can gain something out of your motherfucking ass, they will fucking use you, dog, to get to where they trying to get to. You know what I mean? They will use you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They call it networking and shit like that, but they'll pretend real fast. So, me and Frog the Barber, we got cool, right? We got real cool. So again, it's street mentality shit, man. It's street shit. You know what I mean? Let me see. It's just what it is. I mean, if you're not from the streets, then you won't get it, right? If your homie got a problem with somebody, nigga, you got a problem with somebody. Like, it's just a fucking fact. And especially if the person I got a problem with is not your homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot play both sides of the fence, man. You're going to get your motherfucking head knocked off. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not from the streets, you ain't going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You ain't, everybody not from that type of environment. I mean, I wish I was never from that environment and shit like that. So, I get it. But you got to understand it's just different rules. You know what I'm saying? My enemy is not going to be friends with my friend. It don't work that way. If you are in the middle of some shit, you better try to rectify it or some shit like that. It ain't no fucking neutral and all that shit. If I got a problem, if we all homies and we got a problem, nigga, you better try to fix it. Other than that, it ain't no fucking neutral shit. Nah, ain't no sit back and mind your business. Nah. That ain't just not how it works. It's not how it works. So anyway, me and Frog was real cool, right? So he came up with this high action commentary. He came up with this video. It had very great editing because he had like a passion to make like these great edited videos and shit. So he came up with the first high action commentary, and it was really good. It was really fucking good to the point where it like blew him up in the Call of Duty community. He had everybody had eyes on this shit. I'm talking about like Woody's Gamer Tag, Wings of Redemption, all of that shit. They were the big guys at the time. The C-Nanners and the fucking Hutch and all that. Because they kind of like started that fucking commentary shit. So, at the time, again, here's another problem that I had with people that I don't even fucking know why I had a problem with it. But I had a problem with fucking Wings of Redemption. I had a problem with fucking Woody's Gamer Tag. Don't even know why, dog. I don't know. I think, again, it's that whole street mentality that, like, if I think you're a corny ass nigga, you's a corny ass nigga, and I'm gonna treat you as such. That's just how it is. Like, you a lame nigga, it's just, that's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? Very immature and very, street, just retarded. It's retarded. You know what I mean? So I had a problem with Woody. And it wasn't even like no murder beef. Cause like, they took some shots at me, but nothing fucking crazy. It wasn't even like no real murder beef. Like, if I see them niggas, I'm gonna try to stomp them into the finest wine. It wasn't even nothing like that. I just thought them niggas was corny, and that was it. So, this shit is really stupid. So that high action commentary video, it blows up in the Call of Duty community. All the big YouTubers is like giving them praise. They liking the video. I think they sharing it and all that. And I'm happy for him. Like, yo, that's what's up. His subs went up. Now, and of course, he got all of these new friends, right? They coming down. They vultures out here. I tell these motherfuckers, it's vultures. All of a sudden, they all want to be Frog the Barber friend. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, he the new hot nigga. And I mean, let me climb onto his coattail and shit like that. You know, I'm not hot no more. My video, my Jesus Bino video, the original got deleted. You know what I mean? I re-uploaded it, but of course, nobody cares now. I ain't the hot guy no more. Frog the Barber, he's the hot guy now. I want to be friends with him. Fuck you, Hardy. Get out of here. So, what happened? Woody's Gamertag gave him a fucking shout out on PKA, I believe. Woody's Gamertag gave him a shout out for that high action commentary video. So, shout outs to Thoyo. He said, shout out to the 4K ambassador. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate you. So Woody's Gamertag gave him a shout out because the video was hot. Nobody had ever done anything like this. That's another thing that really made the shit pop because nobody ever done anything like this before. He called it a high action commentary video. We never seen nothing done like this in the YouTube community, in the Call of Duty community. It was fire. It was fucking fire. So everybody liked it. So Woody Gamertag, at the time I had a problem with Woody's Gamertag. I don't even know why. And you know what was funny? Woody's Gamertag was a big fan of Life Behind Bars, but we ain't get there yet. So Woody's Gamertag, they give him a shout out on PKA. You know, they like, yo, the video was great. You guys should go check it out, blah, blah, blah. Great video. Frog the Barber makes a video after that, probably like the next day or some shit. And he was like, if I'm being real, he was being kind of Joe and a dick-eating ass nigga. Like, he was like a fucking schoolgirl. Like, oh my God, like, you know, Woody gave me a fucking shout out. Like, he was very, like, happy that he got a shout out from Woody's fucking Gamertag. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, I'm already like, yo, them niggas is like, fuck them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But he was like really Joe and like really excited that these niggas gave him a fucking shout out. So I'm already like, come on, dog. Them niggas ain't nobody special, man. What the fuck? But at the same time, my thought mentality at the time is like, yo, I don't like them niggas, yo. So he gave them like a shout out and all that shit, and I ain't like that. I thought, cause, oh man, this shit, it's fucking embarrassing. But, cause it wasn't even no real drama. If it was real drama, then yeah, cool. I had every right to get the way I got, but it wasn't even no real fucking drama. So when he was like praising Woody and like giving Woody a shout out, that shit rubbed me the wrong way. Cause it's like, yo, don't you know I got a fucking problem with them niggas? Why the fuck is you giving them niggas a shout out? You supposed to be my man. What the fuck was wrong with me at this time, man? What the fuck was wrong with me, yo? This shit is so fucking petty. But I'm like, I got mad at that shit. Like, yo, you know I don't like them niggas. You know I'm beefing with them niggas, right? Again, it wasn't no real fucking beef. At the time, I believed that in my mind. Now that I can look back, that shit wasn't nothing. Like, it should have been like, yo, I mean, like, listen, I probably would have been slightly excited if I got a shout out from Woody's Gamertag too at the time. Because, you know, that shit got him a lot of motherfucking subs. And I was trying to do that YouTube shit. So, and it wasn't even no jealousy shit or nothing like that. Like, I was happy for him. Like, I'd be happy for anybody that I fuck with to have something great happen for them. It wasn't even on that table. It was just like, yo, I'm beefing with them niggas Because they was throwing little shots at me. That's why I made that first must listen when I came at them. They was throwing little shots at me and shit. Wings of Redemption was throwing little shots at me. So, yeah, I felt like it was some real beef going on. So when he gave them niggas a shout out, I ain't like that shit. And then he made it worse by his response when I asked him about it. So we got like into I think it was an Xbox party or some shit like that. And I was like, yo, I'm like, yo, why you get them niggas a shout out, dog? Like, you know, I don't fuck with them niggas, man. Like, yo, that shit ain't cool. Some shit like that I said. And his response is what threw me over the edge. Because he was like, man, they ain't never said nothing bad about me. I ain't got no problem with them. And I didn't like that. Like, what the, like, I felt like, yo, I got a problem with him, nigga. You supposed to be my homie, so you got a problem with him. Like, that's just how it go in the fucking streets. It ain't no. We don't play that. You don't play that type of shit. It's not, you don't play this, you don't fence sit or none of that. You gotta pick a side, nigga. Fuck that. You gotta pick a side. So, I'm like, yeah. Once he said that, I started to get flashbacks of coming from the streets and being upstate and all that shit. Because that's the same shit niggas used to say upstate when they would find out certain shit. For instance, you tell a nigga like, yo, you know that dude you be walking the track with, right? You know that nigga you be in the yard with. You know that nigga a rat, right? And then a nigga will say some shit like, well, shit, he ain't never rat on me. What? You nut ass nigga, cause you'll probably rat. You know, yeah, and you go from there. So that's the kind of shit, that's kind of like what that's what like popped up in my head when he said that. When he was like, man, they ain't never said nothing about me. That shit just sent me over the edge. Like, yeah, all right, bet that. We done, nigga. I don't fuck with you no more. So, you know, in typical Hard 8 fashion, I'm going to talk about that, right? You know what I'm saying? We're going to speak about that shit. So, I think I made a video, and I think I did come at him on some, like, slight shit. I definitely took some shots at him, and then I did a must listen, and I really went at him. Then that's when niggas really knew that me and Frog was going through it. So, you know, we got into a back and forth. I'm making raps about him. I'm making videos. He made a rap about me. He got his homie to do it. Shit was fire too. In the concept of the video that he did like a whole diss track to me with a video. Like that shit was fire. Like he used Black Ops. Like it was very fucking creative. It was very fucking creative. I felt like I was on the ropes a little bit, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come out on top of this because I'm just gonna keep it 100. Like that's it. That's all I know how to do anyway. I'm just gonna keep it real and I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So during that time, his newfound friends, like J-Eazy and like NASA One and like Big Snacks, they were taking his side, right? I felt like y'all only taking this nigga's side because he hot now. He hot right now because he got this hot video that everybody talking about. So now y'all want to dick eat and just take his side and be against me. Because I ain't hot in the community right now. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Bynum is like a couple months old. It's already done. You know what I mean? It's history, but it's like it's already done. So my thought process was, and you know, I'm a pessimistic type of person, even to this day. So I always see the cup as being half empty. So immediately I felt like all them niggas was attacking me, or not attacking me, but everybody was taking his side because he got the new hot video and everybody want to be on his dick because he got these big giant YouTubers that everybody is inspiring to try to be, giving him shout outs and all that shit. So I felt at the time, niggas is trying to get on that coattail to ride to the top right along with him. Fuck you, Hard 8. Right or wrong, right? You know, of course, nowadays, you know, you look back on it and you see, yeah, I was out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? That whole shit started. I was out of pocket, right? So now I'm thinking, y'all turning on me now? Shout outs to Undenied Real. He said Hard 8 got the best stories on Crumb Side, hands down. Facts. So I'm like, y'all niggas turning on me now? Oh, all right, well, I'm going at all you niggas. Snacks, J-Eazy, NASA One. I'm going at, fuck all you niggas. It's on. So I did another must listen. And it's still up on my channel. It's still up. So I actually was in the shower and shit. When I put this must listen together, I was in the shower. I forget the name of it. What is it called? Shots Fired. It's called Shots Fired. It's on my channel right now. You can listen to it if you never heard it. I was taking a shower and I put that shit together. Originally, people don't know that. The part where I talk about NASA and his girl, originally, this is exclusive. And Jay-Eazy is my motherfucking dog. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to him a week ago on the phone. That's my guy. Originally, that part, when I said, what'd I say? I said, NASA, slide to NYC or some shit like that. I forgot what I said. Originally, that was Jay-Eazy's part. I said, let me come to ATL. I think I said some shit like, let me come to ATL and your bitch gonna slide. But I switched it up to NASA and I said, let me come to NYC and your girl gonna slide or some shit like that. I forgot how that shit go. Originally, it was Jay-Eazy. Right before I was going to upload it, me and Jay-Eazy got on the phone and we hashed out our issue. Because I had an issue because I was down with the Never CCC community channel. Y'all remember that? Never CCC. Y'all remember that shit? It was like no cookie cutter commentary, and it was made to take shots at people like Woody's Gamer Tag and all that shit. Yeah. So I was part of the Never CCC community YouTube channel. And I think Jay-Eazy ran that shit in Jive Turkey or some shit like that. And I was like, I hit up Jay-Eazy because I said, yo, upload my video coming at Frog on the Never CCC channel. And fucking Jay-Eazy was ignoring me because he ain't want to get in the middle of that shit. He ain't want to upload that beef video to the fucking Never CCC channel because that's not what the channel was about. The channel was just to showcase great commentary from some good gamers and from some niggas that ain't on some cookie cutter shit. You know what I mean? Remember they had the cookie cutter Chris? I think Jay-Eazy used to have that skit. That shit used to be funny as hell. Y'all remember that? So I got mad at Jay-Eazy because I'm thinking he's siding with Frog the Barber. I'm like, why you ain't uploading my video? Why you ignoring me? All right, you know what? You gonna get this shit too. So I'm firing at everybody. It's me against the motherfucking world, right? So right before I uploaded that video, I'm telling you, I was just about to upload the video and I got on the phone with Jay-Eazy and we had a good conversation. He like, listen, man, I ain't in the middle of this shit. I didn't want to put that up on the channel because, nah. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I ain't trying to support that. You know what I mean? I fucks with both of y'all. I wish y'all could just hash this shit out, but I can't support it and this shit. So I'm like, you know what? All right, I get it. All right. You right. So I had to go back and re-record. Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. I had to go back and re-record the fucking song because I had to take Jay-Eazy out and I put NASA in that spot. So then I put it up. How did that shit start off? I forgot, man. That shit was fucking fire, though. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fire. I went at everybody. I went at Big Snacks. I went at NASA One. Me and NASA One going at it in the comment section. We going at it on fucking Twitter and all that shit. I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm going at everybody. So, yeah, that shit came out. I was the fucking villain in the motherfucking, community. But after a while, all that shit got laid to rest. By the time Gears 3 came out, me and Frog, we was cool again. And, it was just like, you know what I mean? It wasn't that big of a deal. We moved on. So, after that, I was talking to, see, now there's going to be a lot of drama. It's a whole lot of drama now. So after that beef, I ended up getting into it with that chick. Remember that chick I got into it? That roast video, I think it's still up, or did I private it? My first roast video ever was called Bitches Get Roasted Too. Y'all remember when I roasted that chick? She was in Frog the Barber video that he made about me, I think. And because me and her was cool at first, right? She was, I'm gonna keep it real like I always do, and I was keeping it real with her. She was trying to break out as a YouTuber, but she couldn't gain no traction because she felt like it was because she's not showing enough, right? Like all of the females that was popping at the time, they would, they'd be on camera with their cleavage out and all, all that fly shit. But I told her, I'm like, listen, Call of Duty is saturated. Like, you just need to do something else. Uncharted 3 was about to drop. I think that was like on the way. And I'm like, yo, just fucking do Uncharted 3. Like, try that. You know what I mean? I don't think no girls is beasting Uncharted 3. I'm like, you get good at Uncharted 3, you probably could pop. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no girls that I know of is good at that game. So she was in Fraud the Barber comment section accusing me of being a sock account. And this is the thing, like, this is the funny thing too. Like in the early years, you remember when all that sock account shit was going on? People used to try to accuse me of having a sock account. And I'm like, what the fuck would I need a sock account for? A sock account is usually a person that's saying some foul shit and they don't want you to know who's saying it. I'm saying the foul shit on my own fucking account. Why the fuck would I make a sock account? I'm telling you from my own account to eat a dick. Why the fuck would I go on a sock account and tell you that? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. So she was in the comment section and she was talking shit and we started going back and forth, I believe. And I think she made a video first. Right, she did. This is what made me attack. She made a video first and she was trying to call me like some fucking sexual predator or some shit. And I'm like, bitch, what? Like, what are you talking about? You like, because originally I wasn't going to respond to her video. Originally. But I didn't like that shit. I was like, nah, you ain't going to do that. So that's when I first came up with the roast. The roast y'all know now, it started with her, with bitches get roasted too. She was the first motherfucking victim. And I destroyed her, dog. Like, I got her the fuck out of here. That shit funny to me. I got her the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? She deserved it. Don't run around telling me some sexual predator and shit. Bitch, I only try to... She was a hater, too. She was a super hater. Like, she hated any female that was getting views. She hated them. She fucking hated any... Especially if you was a female that was using your sex appeal. She fucking hated your fucking guts. And I used to keep it real with her. I used to be like, yo, play a different game. You know what I mean? Because she wasn't really all that attractive to really have anything to fucking show. So I got her the fuck out of here. That was the birth of the roast. Bitches get roasted too. And that's what that was. So I got her the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So it's so much shit, dog. There's a lot of shit going on, man. And I know I'm forgetting some shit. So next came BG, right? Dead Space 2 demo came out. I played the demo. I got through the demo fairly easy because y'all already know I'm a fucking beast. So again, I go to YouTube because I want to see what people think about the demo. I stumbled across Broken Games HD. Mind you, I told you, the demo was like 15, 20 minutes. This nigga took about 50 minutes. He was stuck on the one part where you had to use the gravity to go up. It was hilarious. I was like, yo, this dude is a motherfucking dummy. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was crying. I was like, yo, this dude is terrible. How don't you know to go up? Or whatever like that. So I seen some more of his videos in the suggestion box or whatever. And I clicked on it. And then at the beginning of the video, he had like a polo robe on, I think it was. It was a robe, polo robe. And he was like bragging about having a polo robe. Like, oh yeah, I got that polo shit on. I'm like, I'm looking over at my closet that's full of polo, because you know I'm from Philly, that's what we do. Polo, that's just what we do forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this nigga bragging about some fucking polo shit? Like, what the fuck? So, again, I jumped in this nigga DMs to roast him about bragging about some fucking polo shit. Something I would never do nowadays. But that day, I felt like I had time, man. Fuck this. I'm about to clown this nigga. So I jumped in his DM and I started clowning him about a fucking polo robe. So we started going back and forth. And he was bragging about his views and shit like that. You know, typical Broken Games shit. You know, he didn't never get out of that for a long time. He started bragging about his views and he started bragging about his subs. Because I remember at the time I had like, I want to say 3,000, 4,000 subs, I want to say. God, man, as the years go on, this shit gets shaky. I had like 3,000, 4,000 subs. And I remember he had like 8,000. You know what I mean? So he started throwing his subs in my face. Oh, yeah, so I got like more subs than you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to pass you. Just give me a little bit of time. I had to start over because I had to start my channel over. And I ended up passing him, too, later on that year and shit. I definitely ended up passing him because I got the 10,000 subs before he did. So one day he just hit me up and shit. He was like, yo, you want to do a dual com? And shit. If I ain't mistaken, it was on Facebook. He was like, yo, you want to do a dual com? Y'all remember when people used to do dual coms? Oh, my God. So I was like, shit, yeah. I was like, yeah, we could do that and shit. So I did the dual com with him. And we got cool from there. You know, we started playing games and all that shit. So we got cool from there. And that shit led to the whole Skype thing. You know what I mean? So once we started gaming and all of us started gaming together and shit, I ended up going to PC. Once I went to PC, this is when I started to get like cordial. I guess you can say let's or friendly or whatever. This is when I started getting friendly and cool with Blackbine and Dream and Huntmaster Flex was around at this time. This was like, was he on that bullshit? I did see the part where BG was talking about Huntmaster Flex and he talking about he didn't know that he called him a nigger and all that. That's false. BG is fucking lying. You knew goddamn well because we was talking about that shit in Skype. Like everybody, we all seen the video where Huntmaster Flex was throwing that N-word around. BG acting like he ain't see that shit. Bullshit, nigga. I gotta call you out on that bullshit. But anyway, so we started doing the Skype wars. This is when Shokio and all the Nintendo dudes came to N-Dub. This is how I found Dr. Trey. And because I knew about Zephyrnix. I found Zephyrnix because Zephyrnix got roasted by Main Event. Main Event was another dude that used to do videos a lot. And he was from Philly. And I was watching his video one day and he I'm sorry, Zeph. He destroyed you, my guy. He destroyed you. So I started watching Zephyrnix, and I wanted to keep up with the drama, so I went and subbed to Zephyrnix. And then during that time, Zephyrnix started going at it with Dr. Trey. And that shit was hilarious. This is when niggas was, going at each other, fucking uploading videos 10 minutes after one another. Like, they were going at it. It was entertaining as fuck. And that's how I found Dr. Trey and shit. So, yeah, the Skype war started, man. We started hanging out in Skype. It used to be me. We used to be deep. It used to be like 8 niggas, 4 bitches. We used to be deep. Like, it was BG, Shokio, Blackbine, Nintendo Ultra, Zero. Shit, man. Zaire came along, MVP. Then we had like Crunk Girl and some other bitches. It used to be hilarious. This shit was crazy, right? That shit was the wave. We was on Skype every fucking day, dog. Every day. It was going down. It used to be fun as shit, man. It used to be fun as shit. Zaire comes along, right? I found Zaire through you know what? Let me back up a little bit. So me and BG, we got really cool. I mean, I don't know now. I thought we were friends, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't, nowadays I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Niggas was networking, playing that game. I don't know. I mean, I did see a video, and this was recent, not too long ago, where BG said he don't consider nobody on the internet his friend, but who was that? 3MG and Red Infamy, because he met them in the real or some shit like that. So at this time, BG didn't have this type of attitude, right? He didn't. I guess he kept it. I guess if he did feel that way at that time, he kept it suppressed, right? Bond was the only one that was like up front with that. Like, I don't fuck with you niggas. Like, I get on this internet shit and entertain myself, and I'm cordial with y'all, but I don't fuck with y'all niggas. I mean, BG did not have that attitude that he has now. You know what I mean? Where he don't fuck with niggas on the internet and all that type of shit. He didn't have that attitude. And again, if he would have, it's like, it's fine. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't like really looking for friends. It's like, yo, if you feel that way, that's fine. It's all good, player. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of niggas in the Skype call I don't fuck with, but I'll come in here and shoot the shit. It's okay. It ain't a big deal. So BG didn't have this type of attitude. So I thought we were friends, but hey, I don't know. So I mean, like, cause we did everything together. Like, we was in Skype wars, we gamed together. Even when we started a podcast, cause me and BG started a podcast that was just me and him. And that was called The Main Objective. And I think we did like 2 or 3 episodes or some shit. And I believe they are still up on YouTube, on his channel. So, yeah, we even started a podcast together. It was just me and him and shit. So, Skype Wars, I thought we was cool, you know, because BG was like really the only one I fuck with in there. Like, I fuck with MVP too. MVP was cool. I knew where Bond stood, so I didn't fuck with Bond like on a, I mean, friendship type of level and shit. Because he already made it clear how he get down. So it was like, oh, I respect that. That's no problem. Like, all right, you know what I mean? We ain't got to be best of friends in this motherfucker. I'm just in here, and I'm in here to be entertained. So it's all good. So, Zaire comes along. And I found Zaire through Shokio. He did a debate with Shokio. He got completely destroyed. He got completely fucking destroyed. Me and Zaire started out on some bullshit, right? Y'all already know the story. Me and Zaire, but for the new people. Me and Zaire started out on some bullshit because... Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. Yeah, see, this is... Okay. Now... So, I knew Zaire from the Shokio debate. He got destroyed. BG had a problem with Dr. Trey. Dr. Trey made a video about BG, and I think he used this content or something like that. So BG was like, man, I'm going to flag that nigga. Me being the friend that I am, I'm like, yo... He said he was going to copyright claim. It wasn't like a flag. It was like a copyright. Like, yo, you ain't going to use my shit without my permission. I'm going to copyright it. So me being a friend I am, I'm like, yo, he done use my shit too. I'm going to do the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm trying to support my homie. It was some nut shit. It definitely was some nut shit. But I was there for moral support because BG was really upset about that shit. And he wanted to get some type of revenge on fucking Dr. Trey. So he was like, yo, I'm about to copyright claim that shit. He ain't asked me permission for my fucking footage. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to do the same thing because he used my footage too. You know what I mean? I'm there riding for my guy. I ain't got no problem with Dr. Trey, but my man do. So again, it goes back to just the way I am and how I was, brought up when it come to these street shit. Like, I don't fuck with Dr. Trey. Like, that ain't my homie. BG is. So my homie got a problem. I got one too. He gonna copyright your shit. I'm gonna copyright that shit too, nigga. Fuck that. I got his back, basically. So, he did it. He copyrighted that shit. I copyrighted it. And I think Dr. Trey made a video about it. Anyway, Zaire, right? Zaire, who does know what he's doing when it comes to this internet shit, right? Because Zaire been corporate slaving since fucking 2002. Like, they found a forum post where this nigga was corporate slaving in 2002. Nigga, I was doing a bid. So he been around. So Zaire knew, damn. And he was trying to break out in the community. He was trying to get eyes on his channel. So Zaire decided that he was going to jump in the middle of this shit. Like, Zaire didn't know fucking Dr. Trey. He didn't give a fuck about Dr. Trey or none of that shit. But he decided that he wanted to, like, stand up for Dr. Trey and attack me and BG. So he does this video, and somebody in the comments section was like, something along the lines of like, yo, Hard8 ain't gonna like this, or some shit like something like that. And Zaire was like, man, I don't give a fuck, I'll break his jaw, some shit like that. So I was like, oh yeah, ain't this nigga from Jersey? Okay. So I'm gonna hit him up. So I jumped in his DMs and I'm like, yo, ain't you from Jersey? I seen you said you was gonna break my jaw. What up? You trying to meet up? And he kind of laughed about it or whatever. No, he said, no, actually at the time, he didn't even say nothing. Next thing I know, he made a video. That's when I knew he wasn't really about that life, right? Because I'm like, I hit you up privately. Nobody knew nothing about that. I didn't even tell BG. I told nobody. You know what I mean? I just jumped in his DMs on YouTube and I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm in Philly. You in Jersey. What up? You talking about you gonna break my jaw? What's up? So he went and made a video. Right then and there, I knew, oh, man, this nigga don't want no smoke. Oh, I see what he doing. Oh, I get it. All right, I see. He trying to get his channel popping. All right, cool. No harm, no foul. You know what I'm saying? And then he came back in my joint and he said some fly shit. But I already seen what it was. Like, you ain't really trying to get into nothing. You just trying to get your channel popping. So it was like, all right, cool. All right, I got you. And I just left it at that. We ended up getting cool after that and laughing about that shit, right? I mean, it was always like a running joke. So Zaire comes, somehow Zaire gets to the Skype calls. You know what I'm saying? So, everything was cool. Zaire's a funny, entertaining motherfucker. We used to be in them Skype calls going ham. Like, yo, that shit used to be hilarious, dog. I'm telling you, man. If all that shit was recorded, man, listen, dog. It's a lot of shit that went down in them calls. It was a golden era of that Skype shit, dog. It was fucking hilarious. And me and Zaire, man, we was like a tag team. Like we was shit used to be crazy, funny as hell. So, I mean, y'all know the rest of the story with that. That whole PC shit started again. I was cool with Zaire, so when the PC shit started, I believed him and all that fly shit. Nobody else believed him. They all thought he was lying. And I was defending him. I was like, nah, he ain't lying. Fuck he gonna lie for? Like, damn. I think at the time, like, yo, you just seen him flashing $10,000 on the camera. I think it was $10,000. I think it was. I think at that time it was. So I'm like, we just seen him flashing all his money on the camera. I don't really think it's too far-fetched that he might got a fucking $12,000. Well, like I told y'all before, the original number was $13,000. I'm like, I don't really think he would lie about that. Like, and like I said, we was cool at the time, so of course I automatically, like, I believed him. I ain't like, that's how I am with people. Like, you tell me something, I'll believe you automatically, unless you give me a reason not to. Right? And at the time, he wasn't giving me no reason not to believe him. So when he said it, I was like, yo, he got that shit. But of course, everybody in the Skype call, that nigga lying, whatever. And y'all know what happened, the history with that. Me and Zaire, we had a whole long fucking history of fucking, beefing, going back and forth. A lot of videos made, a lot of fucking entertainment for y'all. And after a while, it got fucking exhausting, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck that shit. We actually had a conversation, and it was what it was. Like, me and Zaire was never supposed to go left, right? We were never supposed to go left. He just kind of like flew off the deep end. It's like, yo, my nigga, I'm not the one calling you a liar. I fucking believe you. Why are you coming at me? Like, it just went off the fucking deep end, dog. You know what I'm saying? Me and Zaire was never supposed to be like, it was never supposed to get where it went. It was his fault. I'm not taking that. It was definitely his fault. He just went off the deep end. He took everybody else's opinion on the situation as mine. And I'm like, yo, I'm not even on that tip. Like, nigga, I was here defending you when these niggas was going in. I mean, it is what it is. It wasn't until some of his actions that made me change my mind on believing that he had this PC. And y'all already know the history with that. You know what I'm saying? So, that happened. Hold on, let me get to these super chats. Shout outs to Biz the Kid Gaming. He said, didn't find you until Light Behind Bars. Then Bond was suggested to me with response videos. That's how I found out about others. Shout outs to Biz the Kid. Yeah, that's how you definitely found other people, from response videos. Then we got Tony Wood 25. I believe BG changed because neither his channel popped. Recently caught him trashing MVP during the Last of Us stream. Funny how he ducked you though. Duck me? What you mean by that? But anyway, so I did skip the lot. Light Behind Bars started. I never wanted to talk about my time in prison. You know what I'm saying? From the time that people found out, people was always like, yo, man, you should talk about your experience. You should talk about your experience. And I never really wanted to talk about it. Like, I did not care to talk about it. One thing about me is I hate when people think I'm lying about something. Like, I hate that. Like, that shit is like a pet peeve. I hate when people think I'm lying about some shit. That's why there's a lot of things I did not talk about in Life Behind Bars. Because I'm like, yo, people ain't going to believe this shit, dog. They're not going to believe it. They're not going to believe it. And I can't prove it to them right now. I can't prove it to them because, of course, I was in jail. It ain't like I could fucking take video or anything like that. I hate when people think I'm lying about some shit. So I really did not want to talk about my time in jail. Because I'm like, yo, people just probably going to think I'm lying. Because you got to understand, most of these niggas on the internet, they ain't never been through nothing, dog. And that's fine. I'm not saying you have to. It's fine. So when they start hearing certain shit, they can't fathom. They can't grasp that shit in their mind because they never experienced that. So immediately they think, man, this nigga lying. Get the fuck out of here. You're lying. You know what I mean? I mean, people used to say I never had been to jail. People used to run around here and say I was lying about being in prison. I'm like, what? Out of all the things I could have got on the internet and lied about, you think I chose to lie about being a fucking convict? What the fuck? What is that going to do for me? This is not, YouTube ain't the streets. So I don't need no stripes from YouTube. You being a street nigga or being in prison is not going to get me anywhere on YouTube. So why would I choose that to lie about? So of course I had to prove people wrong. I done showed my green sheet, showed mail that I received while I was in prison that I sent out. I showed my prison ID, all that shit. People still was like, yo, this nigga's lying about being in jail. I'm like, what? This is crazy to me. So I never wanted to talk about Life Behind Bars, but people was like, yo, you should talk about it, man. People can learn from that. You know what I mean? People can learn off of your mistakes. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So I started Life Behind Bars. I believe it was March 2011. And the shit popped. It's one of the top viewed series playlists in the crumb side. You know what I mean? People, like I said, Woody's gamer tag was a fan of Life Behind Bars. I accumulated a lot of subs off of Life Behind Bars. I had a lot of people watching that didn't even play video games, that weren't even into video games, watching Life Behind Bars. You know what I mean? I done got plenty of messages of people saying how I saved them, kept them out of jail, how they showed it to their brother, their cousin, and they learned from that how they were going down the wrong path, and after they watched Life Behind Bars, they changed their life around. People still hit me up now saying that they're going to watch it again. The shit is legendary in the crumb side. It's legendary on the YouTube, period. And it's a lot of shit I left out because I didn't want nobody to try to call me a fucking liar. I don't like that. I hate that shit, dog. I fucking hate being called a fucking liar. I hate it. And it's like, if I can't prove it, then I might as well just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Leave it alone. Even on 360, even when I was on 360, if anybody was on my friend list back in 07 and 08, I used to be kind of incriminating myself on Xbox. I used to be sending all my friends pictures of all the money I had, fucking drugs, the chains I was wearing. I used to send all my friends pictures of the bitches I had at my crib because I had that fucking 360 camera, and I used to get bitches to strip and send fucking naked pictures to everybody on my friend list. I used to be doing a lot of wild shit on Xbox Live in 07, 08, man. Facts, man. Factual. Facts. But, yeah, man, I wish I still had all them fucking pictures and shit, but that shit disappeared, right? But yeah, that's why I left a lot of shit out of Life Behind Bars, because I don't want people to be like, oh, this nigga lying. Because they can't fathom it because they never been through it. So it's like, oh, I don't believe that shit. It's like, of course, nigga, you ain't never been off the fucking porch. Shout outs to Thoyo. He said, bro, when is Life Behind Bars 2 coming out? Man, man. We just gonna leave that alone, man. We gonna leave that alone. And it damn sure ain't gonna be no official part 2 where I go back to jail, nigga. Nah, nigga, that shit's a wrap. But yeah, I don't like being called a liar, man. I don't like nobody lying on me. That's the reason why I got into a lot of beefs on YouTube. Y'all already know I had the problem with Fat Gamer and Super Bros. I never met these niggas in my life, but they had a problem with me. And I guess it's just kind of like what I was doing, just attacking niggas I ain't like. So they attacked me. I went at them. People understand. I got them the fuck out. I got all these niggas the fuck out of here. Like, all these niggas got the fuck out of here. They all tried to come for the truth, and they got the fuck out of here. Because I'm always keeping it 100 at all times. So it's like, what the fuck you gonna say? What are you gonna say? What you gonna say about me? What could you say? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can make up some shit, but what can you say about Hard 8? Not a damn thing. And a lot of these dudes that don't like me is because, for one, I'm brutally honest, and for two, I said some shit about their fucking favorite console of fucking choice. Niggas can't handle honesty. We already know that. And I'm not just honest, I'm brutally honest. Like, I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass, because I don't want nobody to blow smoke up my ass. And it's not that I don't like a motherfucker or I got a problem with a motherfucker. I'm just keeping it real with you. Like, yo, I'm keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. I'm not trying to be mean or nothing like that. And I be thinking like, yo, you should, with all this fake shit going on social media, all this fucking capping going on social media, all these fucking frauds and shit, you should love a person that's not fucking blowing smoke up your ass or not trying to tell you what you want to hear just so they can get something out of you. You should be fucking happy. Like, yo, one thing I can say about this nigga, man, I ain't got to worry about this nigga trying to backstab me, use me, or none of that shit. I appreciate your authentic. I appreciate you being authentic with me, Hard 8. You would think a motherfucker appreciate that, but nah, these niggas is soft, so they don't like that shit, man. Don't tell me the truth. Lie to me. You know what I mean? Lie to me. Don't tell me that my motherfucking, if I got a fucking a unicorn sticking out my forehead, don't tell me that. Lie to me and tell me that I don't. Like, that's what these niggas want. I'm like, I don't get y'all niggas, man. Y'all niggas is weird. Shout outs to 24 Rapture for the super chat. Appreciate you. Said, found you through one of El Presidor's videos many years ago. LOL. Damn. Shout outs to Clifton the Killer, Colored Milkman. F that. Appreciate you, player. Yeah, like I don't like that shit, man. So, I just keep it 100. And people be thinking I be like being mean or nasty to motherfucking. It's like, nah, dog, I'm just not gonna sit here and blow smoke up your motherfucking ass. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you, and you can't handle that shit. That's on you. And I want you to keep it real with me. And I keep it real with myself before I keep it real with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I roast my goddamn self if I'm doing some nut shit. Facts. So, y'all know I got into the thing with Zaire and, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say like we good now. I guess we cordial or whatever like that. You know what I mean? We got into a call. We kind of buried the hatchet or whatever like that. We ain't best friend. We ain't hanging out together playing games and shit, but we cool. You know what I mean? It shouldn't have never got there with us. It was his fault. It was definitely his fault. It shouldn't have never, because I was on his side. Like, yo, I fuck with you, dog. I'm rocking with you. I believe you. Of course, once he started telling his story, it didn't make no sense. So it was like, yo, I can't rock with that shit no more. But we shouldn't have never even got to that point because I was the one that was defending him when he wasn't even around. That's another thing I used to do when it was like in them Skype calls, because there used to be a lot of backbiting in that shit. You know what I mean? Niggas biting each other backs out and all that. And I used to be putting niggas on the spot. When niggas would come in the chat, yo, what you say about such and such? Oh, he here now, say that shit now. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't allow none of that shit, especially on niggas I fuck with. You know what I mean? Like that whole fucking Antonio Holmes shit with that with BG. Zaire told me about that. Zaire was like, yo, he told me about that. And he was like, yo, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing? What? I'm about to go tell my man right now. Fuck you mean don't say nothing? Yo, man, it's this gay shit going on. Shokio told me. Whatever. But yo, don't say nothing to BG. Don't say nothing. I'm about to go tell him right now as soon as we hang up. Because we was on Skype. And I told Zaire that. I wasn't like, all right. I ain't gonna say nothing. And then ran and told BG on some little scary shit. I told that nigga right there, don't say nothing. I'm about to go tell my man right now, as soon as I get up off this phone with you. Fuck is you talking about? And that's exactly what I did. As soon as we hang up, I hit BG right up immediately. Hey, man, what the fuck? These niggas is talking about that. And that's when we ended up getting into the Skype call with me, BG, Lisa, and fucking Zaire. That shit was crazy. That we ain't get nowhere out of that phone call. That shit went left real quick. But I understand. I mean, come on, man. The fuck? Spreading some shit like that? Nah, man. That shit crazy, man. I want to see blood off some shit like that. But yeah, I'm like, nah, that was just me. I was always like that. Like, that's one thing. I didn't talk about people behind their back or none of that shit. Like, anything I could say behind somebody's back, I could say to you. Like, period. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, this is how I rock. And most people don't appreciate that type of shit. It's like, all right, well, you know, you like these niggas lying to you all the time. That's cool. So anyway, the Zaire shit, you know, y'all know how that went down. Ain't no need to talk about that. That's long. That's a fucking whole video by itself. But it shouldn't have never really got to that point. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't never really got to that point. Me and Black Bond. Oh, man. So, Black Bond from Philly, right? Well, he's from near Philly. Black Bond never lived in Philadelphia, but I know how it is. Even if you're around the surrounding area, you're going to claim Philly. It is what it is. Black Bond was known for like exposing people and not getting exposed, right? As far as I know. So me and Black Bond got into it because he couldn't handle being exposed. And it wasn't even on no fucking malicious shit, right? It wasn't even on no malicious shit. Shout outs to Biz the Kid Gaming on the super chat. When I went to college, they actually told us to blow smoke during interviews and networking because they legit don't want to hear the truth. Yeah, man, I know, man. Shit is crazy. Black Bond. Okay, so one day we're in a Skype call. No, one day we're playing Battlefield 3. I'm a medic, right? Now I got my paddles to get you up off the ground, and I got a noob tube, a grenade launcher, so I can open up walls and shit. So when motherfuckers is camping behind walls, or if I want to make a new path to get to a certain objective, I got my grenade launcher, right? That's how I played Battlefield 3, and I was effective. You dig? So I'm playing Battlefield 3 with Bond one day. We all playing Battlefield 3 like we do. We on PC. Excuse me. Bond wants a medic pack. I'm like, I don't have a medic pack. So he like, well, you're a fucking medic. I said, okay, I got paddles. I don't have a medic pack because I got the grenade launcher in that spot so I can open walls and get rid of fucking campers. So we proceed to argue about me not having a medic pack. He proceeds to argue with me, and I'm like, yo, I don't got a fucking pack. I got these paddles, which is more important to me because if you go down, a med pack ain't gonna get you off that fucking ground, but these paddles will. So I feel like I do at least got something that is more important. And like I said, I need the grenade launcher for how I play the game. He was getting mad because I didn't play the game the way he wanted me to play the game. So we got into a fucking argument about this shit, right? That he started. So later on that night, it's just me and Dream in a Skype call. So I'm like, let me go look at these stats. Because this motherfucker telling me I don't know how to play medic. I'm like, nigga, I play medic better than you. So I went and looked at the stats. Now, in Battlefield 3, you did get a medal for playing medic. If you got a certain amount of people off the ground, they gave you a medal at the end of the round. But there was no medal for throwing down med packs, which means that getting people off the ground is more important. So when we went and looked at the stats, it showed, and I compare my stats with Black Bond, it showed that I was a more effective medic than he was. And mind you, I'm on a motherfucking controller, right? He's mouse and keyboard, I'm controller. So if you compare the stats, I played medic better than he did. Right? So I'm like, oh shit, this nigga's exposed. Fuck that. I'm about to make a video. Now, the video is still up right now. It's called Black Bond Exposed, and I think it got Oprah Winfrey as the fucking, as the thumbnail. This was a playful video. You can hear it in the video. Me and Dream, we laughing, we joking. It ain't no name calling, nothing disrespectful. This is a playful fucking video, and it's only me showing my stats compared to Black Bond's stats as a medic. As a medic, I'm more effective as a medic. Numbers don't lie. The stats show that I play medic better than you do. Point blank period. Exposed. You sat here and argue with me about how to play medic, but the stats, the numbers show that I play medic better than you. So I made a video about that, and I named it Black Bond Exposed. Black Bond did not like that. He did not like that because I guess it's subjective or your opinion, but at the time he felt like he'd never been exposed, and he finally got exposed. Even though it wasn't even on no malicious shit. But in his mind, I'm getting that he felt like his reputation was being challenged because it's like, I'm Black Bond. I don't get exposed. I do the exposing. But here comes Hard8 exposing my motherfucking ass. So I think he was like, it pissed him off. So now the next day we get into a Skype call and he goes left. Now he talking about me being locked up. He talking about me being a loser, all this other shit. Like he was in his feelings. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, dog, it ain't even that serious. So he goes and make a video, and again, he goes to repeat what he was saying in the Skype call in the video. Now he's not even talking about the med pack no more. Y'all already know Black Bond is the king of sidestepping. He is a sidestepping king. If Black Bond cannot win an argument on one topic, he will sidestep to a topic where he can win an argument. That's just what he does. Black Bond, y'all can start out arguing about cereal, and next thing you know, you and Black Bond is arguing about fucking socks. It's like, nigga, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He's good at it. That's what he does. He's good. So now he makes this video, and he's like calling me all types, and then he just going all over the place. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Okay, cool. Here I come. I came out with the Black Bond is a coward video. That video is still up. It actually could have been a roast, but it is what it was. So I came out with that video. Now, again, I'm like, listen, Bond, you like right down the street from Philadelphia, right? No, there's no need for us to be arguing back and forth on the internet. Everything you got to say, you can say it to my face. How about we meet up? You know what I'm saying? We can meet up and talk about this in person. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to argue back and forth with you. You're down the street. So, of course, now he done sidestepped, right? He done got out of this shit, and now it's all about me getting mad over a med pack. Wow. You know what I mean? The nigga, he got me. He fucking sidestepped and now started making it seem like I wanted to get violent over a med pack. Nigga, this shit is not about a fucking med pack. I already won that argument. You know what I mean? Now you're calling me out my name because you got exposed. And it was in a friendly way. We bullshitting these jokes. It was nothing malicious. So then me and Black Bond started getting into it, and then he was telling me to find him, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Do I got a map with a big-ass X on it? Come find me, clown. What? So me and fucking Black Bond got into it. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to stomp that nigga into the finest wine. Like, I was gonna beat the fuck out of Black Bond. But he ain't ever want to meet, so I was like, whatever. And that, you know, we moved on from that. That shit kind of like, it died down or whatever. And, you know, he ended up calling me his friend some years later. Yeah, so it's like, yo, like that shit wasn't like, you can go watch the video right now. Black Bond is exposed. It is nothing crazy. We having fun. We bullshitting. He took that video to heart. That shit made him so mad. And it was like, it was on and popping from there. And it's like crazy. Then I had made another video. It was like 21 minutes long or some shit like that. I think it was a long video. And I uploaded it, or I was about to upload. No, I think I did upload it. No, I uploaded it. And then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? It doesn't even matter. You You know what I mean? Like, people gonna believe what they wanna fucking believe. It doesn't even matter. And I took the video down, and of course he ran with that too. Like, oh, what you take the video down? It was 21 minutes. You know how they used to try to guilt trip you. If you made a long video, they try to guilt trip you and shit. Or if you made a video at a certain time in the night. This is really all Black Bond's rules. He came up with all this shit that I never gave a fuck about. Like, I don't follow the Book of Bond, so it's like I do what I want. But I felt like the video was just, it was like, it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. And then at the time, I was like done. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to go back. I'm not going back and forth with a nigga down the street. I'm just not doing it. I'll go back and forth with a nigga in Florida, a nigga in California, a nigga around the world, or something like that. I may go back and forth with them, but for somebody I can actually meet in a fucking 45 minutes tops, nah, I ain't going back and forth with you. Go ahead, you got it. You know what I'm saying? I already said what I said. Anything you want to say to me, you can say it to my face. And that's where the whole coward thing, and I was talking about how, when did the internet allow cowards to now, because now it was, if you want to meet somebody, you was like a clown. But the dude that's talking shit over the internet, he was like the man. It's like, when the fuck did cowards change the rule? I thought if you said everything you got to say to a nigga in person, that meant something. Not a nigga that's talking shit behind a fucking keyboard in the fucking safety and the comfort of their house. When the fuck did y'all change the narrative? And, we got in it and went back and forth. But, that's ancient history, man. Actually, me and Bond, we never had a problem after that. We had some disagreements and shit, but we never really had that type of problem after that and shit. And me and Bond never had no problems like that afterwards because where he stands, like where he always said he stood. So it's like, I could never be bothered by anything he do because I already know how he get down. I only had a problem with people that was portraying a friend and then doing unfriendly shit. That's the only people I've had a problem with. You know what I mean? So somebody like Black Bond, if he do some sucker shit, it's kind of like, oh, all right, it's expected or whatever like that. As far as even with the weapon wheel voting shit, it's like, oh, Bond voted? Oh, okay, cool. I didn't expect him to, you know what I'm saying? So after that, man, fast forward, moving on, man. BG wanted to do Weapon Wheel podcast for a long time before he actually fucking did it. And like I told y'all before, it stems from the Skype calls of how that was. It was like, you know what? We might as well just add some topics to this shit and then just go ahead. Because Jack Move never made it to the Skype calls. By the time Jack Move came around, Skype calls was done. Skype Wars was done by the time Jack Move came around. I first found Jack Move through on a video where he was roasting Bond. Him and Bond was going back and forth over going to college or some shit like that. And I thought that nigga was funny as hell. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this dude? Like, yo, he's hilarious. Like, he was getting Bond the fuck out of here. I'm like, yo, this dude is hilarious. Yo, like, who the fuck is this nigga? Because at this time, they were still doing Skype calls, but the Nintendo dudes started to separate themselves from us, right? Because, we used to be in there roasting them motherfuckers, and, the Wii U was terrible, so they didn't want to hear that shit. So they started having, their own Skype calls to where, we wasn't invited. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jack Move ended up there, because that's where him and Bond was arguing. It was in one of those other calls that they used to have going on. I know I wasn't invited. Let's just put it like that. I know I wasn't fucking invited. I can't really speak for everybody else. And I had heard, and I'm listening to the video of Jack getting Bond the fuck out of here. That shit funny as hell. I was like, yo, this dude is funny. Like, what the fuck? So, I don't even remember really the origins of me and Jack Move, yo. Man, me and Jack Move, we just got fucking cool. It just fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? It just fucking happened. So when Weapon Wheel came around, PG wanted to do that shit for a long time. Like, he was kind of bullshitting. He wanted to do Weapon Wheel. It wasn't even called Weapon Wheel. He just wanted to do a podcast, and he just ain't know when he was going to do it. And he sat on that shit for a while, man. It was like a year, man. It was like a year or two he sat on that fucking idea. And Jack wasn't around at this time, because I remember when me and Jack was going through it, he was like, I think BG told me about the podcast first. No, nigga, when BG first came up with that podcast, Jack didn't even exist. Not like I didn't know who he was, and neither did BG. So I was like, Jack didn't even exist when fucking BG first had the idea of that fucking podcast and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, because Jack didn't even have like a computer at the time. Like this is why Jack wasn't even on Weapon Wheel for like the first 10 episodes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you go back to the episodes, I was always lobbying to get fucking Jack Move on the motherfucking podcast because I thought he would have been a good addition and I thought he was funny as fuck. And I always was telling BG like, yo, man, you gotta get Jack Move on here, man. He used to be like, all right, I'm gonna get to him. He really wasn't in no rush. But then at the same time, Jack Move didn't have no computer. He had no laptop. He had nothing. Or his laptop broke. I think his laptop broke. I think that's what it was. Like right at we started that shit, his laptop had broke or some shit like that. So Jack couldn't even do it. But I was like, yo, we got to get Jack Move on this motherfucker, yo. Like, fuck that. That nigga funny as hell. So when Weapon Wheel started, this is some behind the scenes shit that I don't really think y'all know about. When Weapon Wheel was started and BG was telling me who was going to be on the cast, I had a problem with a person. I had a problem with fucking Cookie Monster. I did not like fucking Cookie Monster. I still kind of don't like that nigga. I ain't got no problem with Cookie Monster, but I don't know. I just don't. There's something about that nigga attitude that I don't really fucking like, dog. Like, I don't fucking like. Like I said, I don't, just no beef. I don't have no problem. I just don't like this nigga attitude, yo. I don't, you know how some people, and it's maybe because I don't know them or something like that, you know what I mean? You know how some people you just don't like right off the bat? Like, I don't like this nigga. And then you could, you know, like them later on down the road. Like, after you get to know them and shit like that, you could fucking like them and shit. But I just didn't like that nigga, yo. And then, he used to be taking like subliminal shots at me for some reason. And people used to tell me about that shit. And I used to be like, yo, what the fuck? I don't even know this nigga. The fuck is his problem? But he was like, yeah, Cookie Monster, Cookie is going to be one of the members. And I was like, shh. I was like, yo, man. I'm like, yo, I don't like that dude, yo. I don't fuck with that dude, yo. I'm like, nah, man, let's get somebody else and shit. And then BG was like, he was like, no. He's like, nah. Cookie. And I was like, yo, man, I don't like dude, yo. Like, nah, man, let's get somebody else. Like, yo. Like, he wouldn't budge, though. He wouldn't budge. And I remember that shit made me a little mad. But at this point in time, I kind of know how to control my going off the fucking deep end. I was kind of mad at BG for a slight little moment because, again, it goes back to, like, yo, is that nigga your homie? Like, I don't even see you talking to that nigga like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm your motherfucking homie. I don't like that nigga. You shouldn't like that nigga type of shit. So it kind of went back to that. So when BG wouldn't, like, kick that nigga off or whatever like that, like, this is before we even did an episode. When BG wouldn't, like, replace that nigga, I kind of, like, if it was a couple years earlier, we would have had beef right then and there. Probably. Me and BG would have had beef right then and there. But I kind of, like, all right, man, like, fuck, man. I don't like this nigga, dog. But it was like, all right, cool, fuck it. So the first episode, I think even before we went live, when I got in there, I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, you got a problem? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there a problem? Like, you got a problem with me or some shit? And, he was like, no, whatever, like that. I'm like, all right, because I don't have no problem with you, so I don't know why you were saying a little fly shit in your live streams and shit like that and shit. So we kind of, like, talked. We cleared the air, and that was that. That's why the show was able to carry on. But I don't like his attitude. Like, his attitude, I don't know. It's just something about this nigga that I really don't like sometimes. Like I said, that ain't no beef or nothing like that. I don't know. I kind of like just stay away from. Not that I'll be around him anyway, but I kind of just don't. I just kind of stay away from people I don't fuck with like that. I don't really talk to them. Shout outs to V Keeps It Low Key. He said RIP to the old Weapon Wheel crew planning to meet at E3. So I had so that's a little behind the scenes that y'all never knew about. When Cookie was announced, when he told me Cookie was gonna be on there, I was like, nah, dog. And I kind of like I kind of like got a little, you know, a little salty at BG about that shit because he would not replace him and shit. He would not. And you know what? I kind of thought about it at that point, right? So when that shit happened, my thought process was like, damn, dog, like, hold on. It's like, yo, is this nigga really my homie, though? Like, the way, I don't like this shit. Like, this is, nah. It kind of like, I mean, of course I got over it once I got into the call with Cookie and we had a little conversation before the podcast started. But at the time, I was like, yo, this nigga BG, I'm like, yo, man, yeah, hold up. I ain't really feeling this one. It kind of gave me flashbacks to the Frog the Barber shit, right? But, you know, like I said, once we got into the chat and we talked about it, I was like, all right, cool. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. The show goes on. So Weapon Wheel starts and, started with, originally it was, you know what? I think, hold on. I think I had a problem with Kid Smooth too. Because this wasn't too long after I exposed Kid Smooth for doing a fake giveaway. This wasn't too long after that. So I think, did I have I'm trying to remember. Kid Smooth did that fake giveaway. I exposed him on that shit, and I didn't like him after that. Like, you're a fraud, like, right? Like, you're a fucking fraud. And I remember him announcing Smooth. I think, I can't remember. I may be tripping, but the Cookie Monster shit, I definitely did. So it started with me. Who else was there? Red Infamy, Black Bond, BG, Cookie, and I think it was one more person. Or was it? Am I missing somebody? Can't remember. So Weapon Wheel started, and Weapon Wheel was it was great, man. I mean, it was great. You know the one thing about Weapon Wheel, like, I felt like Weapon Wheel didn't do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I told y'all before, I really did not want to do Weapon Wheel podcasts. I did not want to do a podcast, period. Because I hated, like, having to be obligated to something every week. Because sometimes I don't feel like no fucking YouTube shit. So it was like, I did not really want to do Weapon Wheel podcasts. Didn't want to do the shit. But I decided to do it because, again, like I told y'all before, BG, I looked at BG as a homie, so I was like, yo, I'm going to do this for my homie. My homie asked me to do this. I'm going to look out for my fucking homie. I don't want to do this shit, but I'll do it for my homie, right? So at first, I did not want to do Weapon Wheel. I didn't want to do a podcast, period. So once the podcast started and I seen how it was flowing and we was having a great fucking time, it got to a point where I was looking forward to the podcast every week. This is why I kind of get annoyed when people miss my podcast, right? Because I remember how dedicated I was to somebody else's podcast, right? When I started BG podcast, I did it because that was my homie. Like, yo, this is my homie. But I made sure I was there every week. You know what I mean? And I made sure, and my girl knew, yo, Saturdays at 6 is the podcast. So don't plan nothing during that time. So I used to alternate my real life around this fucking podcast. This is why I get annoyed when my panel members miss the podcast over some bullshit. Like, when it's not nothing, like, as far as like a dark cloud, like he's at work, like, okay, like, you cannot be here, you're at work. I understand that. But when motherfuckers be missing shit and they claiming that they still celebrating a fucking holiday or some shit, but they on Twitter all day long, it's like, no. Because when I was doing somebody else's podcast and I wasn't being paid, I made sure I was there every week, and my schedule was planned around that podcast on Saturdays. So on Saturdays at 6 o'clock, that is podcast time. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Podcast time from 6 to 8 on Saturday. We can do anything after that or anything before that. But 6 to 8, I got an obligation. I got to go do this fucking podcast. Point blank, period. And plus, this is my homie. I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But I committed to the podcast. No money's involved. I'm not getting paid or anything like that. BG was, because it was his channel. I'm not getting a dime. But I'm committed to the podcast. So I am here every fucking week, and I am scheduling around this fucking podcast. Point blank fucking period. It's only fucking 2 hours a goddamn week. It ain't nothing crazy. All right? So this is why I'll be like having a fucking attitude or annoyed when one of my podcast members miss a fucking week and it ain't for nothing really fucking serious. Right? Because I'm like, yo, when I was doing this shit, I was there, man. Whatever. Anyway, so I started to enjoy doing the podcast. Like, doing Weapon Wheel was fucking fun, yo. Like, that shit was fucking fire, dog. Like, I had fun every motherfucking week. It was a motherfucking blast. I used to look forward to that shit. Especially when fucking Jack Move came on. Like, once Jack Move became part of the podcast, it was fucking great, right? Loving the podcast and all that shit. And like I said, I was there like I was supposed to be. I was there. You know what I mean? I was professional about it. You know what I'm saying? I was professional about my fucking attendance and shit like that. I made sure I was there. I mean, I barely missed any fucking weeks. Barely missed any fucking weeks. I made sure I was there. So, I enjoyed the podcast. I loved the fucking podcast. It was a fucking blast. We took a lot of pride in not being like other podcasts. Like, we wasn't full of shit. You know what I mean? Like, we were unfiltered. We were edgy. You know what I mean? You couldn't, if you were a fraud, you was going to get that work. Like, because it was a gaming podcast. So if you were a gaming fraud and you came on that podcast, you were going to get that work. I'm not sure BG was ever on board with this type of approach. I know for a fact that fucking Blackbine is cool with that, right? Like, yeah, fuck, the frauds get exposed. I know Blackbine was cool with it. I'm almost sure Jack was cool with it. I mean, I may be wrong about that. I'm not sure BG was ever really cool with that, because I started to like feel like, okay, BG is this is let me see, how can I say this? This podcast means a lot. Like, he's trying to get this podcast to a certain level, and he ain't trying to piss off anybody while he's doing it. Like, he's not trying to take that approach. It's almost like I can get more with honey than salt, right? So it's like, yeah, I think we might need to tone it down a little bit, man, because y'all be going in on these guests, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't really what I'm trying to do, my guy. Like, hold up, dog. Like, but it's like, yo, we're different. Like, it's 100 fucking gaming podcasts around this motherfucker, man. We got to separate ourselves, man. We can't get down with these fucking frauds, man. We got dudes that's coming on there, they frauds. Like, I mean, they don't play no games. Y'all remember, y'all was there when I was there. How many of them niggas I was calling out? Big YouTubers, too, that didn't play no games. You ask them, how many games you beat this year? Oh, they start making up all these fucking excuses. Fraud. You don't play no games. You just read articles. Nigga, you ain't no gamer. Fuck out of here. But I don't think BG was ever really cool with that. That's a fact. Shout outs to Urban Combat. He said, what's up, fam? You good? Yeah, I'm good, man. Shout out to the super chat. But, you know, I was, you know, I'm the truth, man. I'm the fucking truth for YouTube. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So when it came to Weapon Wheel podcast, man, I was 10 toes down. I was down for Weapon Wheel podcast. I started inheriting other people's problems because of Weapon Wheel podcast. Like, this is my squad, right? This is my podcast. I'm part of this podcast. I helped build this podcast. This is the squad. So when niggas start attacking the squad, you are now attacking me. You are now attacking the podcast. And you know what? I ain't got no problem getting on that motherfucking front line. Unfortunately, niggas ain't had my back like I thought they should have, right? Niggas ain't had my back. So Jimmy comes along, and I don't know where the fuck this dude came from. Again, one day we get on the podcast and he's there. Never heard of this dude. Never. He was never in the Skype wars. He was never in them Skype calls. I never heard BG mention this dude. He never gamed with us. Never knew this fucking dude existed. Didn't know who this guy was. So when he came along and he was a member, I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this dude? Like, yo, who the fuck? Like, yo, what's up with this guy, yo? And I think I was a little bit tight about it. That's why I told him I was going to smack the shit out of him. Like, I didn't like him. Like, not that he did anything. It was like, at this time, who we got, this is the brotherhood. Who the fuck is this like, who is this intruder? Like, I mean, that's kind of how it was. Like, yo, this is my team right here. Kid Smooth, Bond, Jack Move, BG, Red Infamy. This is the fucking family. Who the fuck are you? That's kind of how it was. And why? No, who is this nigga? You know what I mean? Who the fuck smack? Who is this nigga? Right? So it's like, who is this guy? The fuck? I don't really like this dude. Because I don't know who the fuck he is or where he came from, man. What the fuck? We already got a bond going on here. Now we got this fucking outsider that we never even fucking heard of. And I'm like, nah, man. Nah. So, I don't think I ever really, accepted Jimmy fully. So as the podcast went on, I told y'all before. I mean, y'all know the story. I kind of felt like I started to see that, like, okay, me and BG we're not as cool as I thought we was, and I didn't start to realize this until the podcast, right? So me and Jack Moo was arguing one day, y'all already know, and he muted me and shit. And I didn't like that shit. Cause I felt like, yo, why you on some bitch ass shit, dog? Like, if we going at it, let us go the fuck at it. You know what I mean? Let us get at it. Don't fucking mute me like I'm some fucking child. Nigga, this ain't no fucking cookie cutter motherfucking podcast. Like, nigga, we raw and uncut. And this is going to happen, right? At the time, I thought, brothers are going to argue, motherfucker. Conversations are going to get heated when people disagree. This is what's going to happen. Don't fucking mute me. You know what I'm saying? So, it's safe to say that I was kind of, I was pissed off, right? So I was like, yeah, fuck Weapon Will and this, that, and the third. I went on Twitter, fuck Weapon Will and shit like that. Nigga muted me and all that shit. And I was pissed off about the situation. This is when I started to really feel like, okay, me and BG is not as cool as as I thought we were, right? Because, and this is some behind the scenes shit. I don't know, maybe I told y'all about this or whatever, but we had a conversation, right? So after that shit, I think we had a conversation the next day. It was just me and him. It was one-on-one. And I'm talking to him, and clearly I felt like this nigga don't give a fuck about nothing you saying right now, dog. Like, this nigga don't fuck with you like that. Pretty much. Like his response, like I'm talking to him and I'm like, and like his responses and all that shit, it was like it's just, you can, man, I don't know how to explain this shit, but you could just feel it, dog. You could just feel like, yo, he don't give a fuck about what you talking about right now, yo. Like, y'all ain't cool, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, this ain't your fucking friend, dog. Like, look at him. Look at his actions right now. He's like very nonchalant. He ain't really saying shit. Like, this is not like how two friends would be talking to each other. Like, it's not the fucking same, dog. It's not. It definitely wasn't like the same like when me and Jack had our problem and we talked one-on-one. It's not the same, dog. Like, yo, it's nothing here. Like, it ain't nothing here, dog. So after that, you know, I started to, I guess you could say, launch investigations and shit. Now, we know more about this now, right? We know more because we had a conversation with Lisa. and shit like that. And a lot of times that I felt like it was BG, it was actually Lisa behind the scenes. But at the same time, I don't know. I guess if I'm really cool with somebody, I guess I don't know, man. Cause I'm trying to think. If my girl told me, like, if I told her a friend of mine was coming over and she was like, no, I'm trying to think, would I really listen to her, or I'll be like, yo, what you talking about? Like, chill. At least, okay. So what I would probably do is, it would be like, all right, hold on, you never even met the nigga. Like, at least meet him. Like, if he come over here and he on some nut shit, then okay, I could ride with you. But you don't even know the nigga. So, like, let's just chill. This is my man. You know what I mean? Like, he coming through. He gonna be in town. He sliding through. This is my homie. Relax. Now, if he come in here and he on some fuck shit, you know what I mean? I'm gonna beat him the fuck up, and then I'm gonna listen to you. But nah, hold up though. You judging him and you ain't even meet him in the real yet. Like, chill. That's probably what I would tell my girl. If I'm really cool with somebody and they're gonna be in town and my chick don't like them just because of some internet shit, I probably would like, listen, just, he gonna come through. Let's see how it goes. All right. That's probably what I'll do. So, I still feel like, okay, if that was Lisa, then BG, you should have still had my back. But okay, it's your girl. You fucking her. I'm over the internet. That's your girl. Y'all in a relationship. People handle things differently, right? I do have a problem where I feel like people should do exactly what I would do. I feel like what I do is the honorable way, and you should be honorable too. But everybody is just not like that, unfortunately. So, yeah. So, I'm like, so we found out that a lot of that shit was like Lisa and shit like that. Cause I started to like lay out tactics and shit like, hey, BG, I'm gonna be in New York, yo. I'm gonna come through. And it's like, but even, okay, let's say, okay, give that to Lisa. Okay, that was Lisa. What about the E3 shit? Hey, BG, you gonna help me get the E3? Nigga tongue get fat. Like, he ain't got nothing to lay. Like, yeah, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like a nigga that fuck with somebody, like if Jack Move asking me that, right? Like, hey, Hard8, you gonna get me the E3? Yeah, I'm gonna get you the E3. Nigga, fuck, you ain't got to ask me that. I got you. You know what I mean? You going? Okay, I got you. You ain't even got to ask me, dog. I got you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be like quiet and shit. Cause y'all remember, like, hey, BG, you gonna help me get the E3? And then he turned around and fucking broke his neck to get fucking Kid Smooth to E3 and get Kid Smooth. When Kid Smooth went to E3, pretty much everything Kid Smooth did as far as conferences and shit go, that was all BG leg work. BG did everything for him with no hesitation. But when I would ask him, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna see what I could do. Like, it's a lot of doubt and shit like that. So Lisa ain't got nothing to do with that. So, of course, I wasn't too far off motherfucking basis. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm on to something. You know what I mean? Shit is just not the same. And I think a lot was, like I said, I don't think BG was really cool with a lot of that, weapon wheel shit, like bashing fraud fucking guests. I don't think he liked being clowned for his gaming skills. I think he used to take that pretty much to heart. And remember, he got bent out of shape over the whole car thing. Remember the car thing? He got like a real fucking attitude over like catching the bus and all that shit. And it was like, yo, what the fuck is this nigga getting mad over this shit for? Like, niggas is just bullshitting. So it's like, the writing was on the wall, dog. Like, come on, man. It don't take a fucking rocket science to be like, yo, man, I don't really think this nigga fuck with you no more. Because the way he used to act is totally different than the way he acting now. So you might need to get the hint. And I eventually got the hint. This is why I no longer wanted to do anything with him. Remember, and see, again, just Hard8 being Hard8. You can go back and, I don't know what episodes, but you can go back, or y'all remember when I used to tell BG straight to his face, well, as much as his face as I could, over the fucking, the microphone. I used to tell BG, I don't fuck with you like that. You trying to play Marvel vs. Capcom? No, I'm good. I don't fuck with you like that, BG. I told you that. That's because that was a direct answer to the way he was acting, right? Because I'm like, now I kind of figured it all out. Like, yo, you don't fuck with me like that, so stop pretending, right? I don't want to play games with you. I don't want to chill and play games and laugh and joke like we fucking buddy when that ain't the situation. No, I don't want to play Marvel vs. Capcom with you. I don't want to do shit with you. You know what I'm saying? And I used to tell him that. Like, I don't want to play no fucking games with you, because that was a direct response to the way he was now acting. So I'm like, okay, if he acting like he acting, all right, now I'm gonna start acting this way. I don't fuck with you like that. And I used to tell him that on the air, in front of everybody, because that's just where I was at with it, because of his action. Excuse me, because of his actions and shit, right? So, that's what it was. And it sucks, right? It definitely sucks, because Weapon Wheel Podcast was fucking fire when I was there, yo. It was fire. It's not the same. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. It ain't the same. They know it. I know it. I mean, fucking Kid Smooth said that shit. He fucking said, I wish Hard 8 was here. It ain't the fucking same. That's a fact. Say what you want to say. Believe what you want to believe. It ain't the fucking same. Weapon Wheel will never be the same without the motherfucking truth. It just is what it is. When I was there, the shit was fire. Fire. You know what I'm saying? It was fire, and that's just that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Another thing is, too, because I know for a fact that there's people that did not want to come on Weapon Wheel when I was there. They did not want to come on Weapon Wheel. And a lot of the times it was the frauds, you know, the fraud gamers. They already knew what it was going to be when they got there, and they were like, they didn't want to come on the show because of me. You know what I mean? Because they know they couldn't come on there with the bullshit. You just can't come on there with the bullshit. You can't come on there spewing bullshit. You can't come on here with the bullshit. You're going to get called out for it. And a lot of people used to duck Weapon Wheel. Like, there's been a lot of people that's been on since I've been gone that would not come on when I was there. And I think BG ain't like that either. Because, and I could be wrong, but Weapon Wheel is not, like, it ain't about the fucking members. Like, it's not, I guess you can say, like, ain't nobody bigger than the podcast, but, like, there was really no brotherhood that you thought, right? Like, this podcast ain't about nothing. It's almost like, fuck all of y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all of y'all. This podcast is the only thing that matters, and this podcast growing is the only thing that matters. I don't give a fuck about what none of you niggas got to say. I don't care about how none of you niggas feel about a guest that I might win on. Fuck all y'all niggas. I feel like his thought process is like, all y'all niggas is expendable in my mind. Like, I don't get, all y'all niggas can go, and plus BG got that ego and he's arrogant. You already know. Even no matter how much that shit may hurt the podcast, he ain't never going to fucking admit it. But I feel like it's like, all you niggas can go. I don't give a fuck about none of you niggas. It's easy to replace you niggas. And he don't care about views, right? And BG's always said this. He's always said that he don't really care about views. He don't give a fuck. He get 1,000 views. He's good. So even if he got rid of everybody and replaced everybody and Weapon Wheel only got 1,000 fucking views, BG is perfectly content with that. And that's real. You know what I mean? That's just how he is. So my thing was, it's like, fuck no, this podcast ain't for y'all. Y'all are for this podcast, and if y'all not gonna be for this podcast 100%, it's like, yo, get the fuck out of here. So when people started to decline, like, yo, I ain't coming on there. That Hard 8 guy, yeah. Listen, I don't really play no games, and I don't need nobody to be calling me the fuck out. And I think that shit bothered BJ. I think because he like, nah, man, this is not, nah. I want these people on. These are big YouTubers. These YouTubers got 200,000 subs or some shit like that. I want these niggas on here, and Hard 8 is a fucking problem in their eyes. What am I doing, right? I'm calling out fraud gamers, which is what I thought we were about. Like I said, I know Black Bond would have my back on that type of shit. So that's what I'm doing. I'm calling out these fraud-ass gamers. Fuck out of here. You get on here, you talk a bunch of shit, and you don't even play no games. Get your nut ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So he didn't like that shit, yo. He didn't like that shit, and it ultimately went left, right? I felt like that everybody was against me. I had some faults from time to time. I had some faults and shit like that. But a lot of shit, I was trying to protect the integrity of the podcast, because y'all already know with the GLM shit, the nigga was trying to fucking bamboozle us. He was trying to scam us into fucking doing some shit for our health. And I went hard at GLM because I already knew he was full of shit. But of course, BG ain't want to go the route I was going. I felt like Jack Move ain't want to go the route I was going. And I felt like they ain't want to do that because he was still dropping money in a fucking super chat. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. This nigga tried to play us, dog. Because he's clout chasing and he's looking for notoriety in the fucking gaming community. Think about it. GLM didn't play no games. He didn't make no videos about no games. He didn't fucking review no games. He wasn't good at no games. But yet, everybody want this nigga on their gaming podcast. Why? Because he giving you money. That's why. You know what I mean? You even had motherfuckers on fucking Twitter begging him. Eric Cuts for the win. I seen her begging GLM, please, give me a challenge. Give me a challenge, GLM. What the fuck? The hell is going on? People only wanted him on their podcast because he was generous with his money. He ain't play no games. He added nothing to the gaming community or to a gaming topic. He added absolutely nothing. And he was a big fan of mine, a huge fan of mine. So much so that he wanted to meet me in real life so I can sign a fucking t-shirt. That's how big of a fan he was of mine. And I ain't give a fuck, nigga. You tried to play me, fuck out of here. You dig? Shout outs to Undenied Real. He said BG ain't want you at E3 because you was going to be on some super thug-ish trying to throw hands with other YouTubers. He ain't want that bad press. And V keeps it low key, says, I'm imagining how it would have went down if Hard8 was on that episode of Weapon Wheel when Jaffe was getting on Jack. Probably would have went left real quick. I already told y'all that episode would have went real left. Because first of all, I wouldn't have let Jaffe talk to my homie any kind of motherfucking way. I don't give a fuck what he did in the fucking gaming community. And I love his games. I love God of War 1, 2, Twisted Metal. I'm a big fucking fan of the games he created. But I would not have let that man come on my motherfucking podcast and get at my homie like that. Nah, I would have had Jack back. That's a fact. Y'all already know. That's 100% fact. Y'all already seen, because I had all them niggas backs when I was on Weapon Wheel. Fucking Resurrection was attacking everybody. I ain't had no problem with Resurrection. Resurrection was a fan of mine, a viewer of mine. Resurrection liked my videos. But he was coming at niggas that I fuck with and coming at my motherfucking, my circle as far as this Weapon Wheel shit go. And I wasn't gonna have that. So now I got a problem with Resurrection. So now me and Resurrection going at it. Me and Resurrection never had no real beef. That's why we cool now. Me and Resurrection never had no real beef. The only reason why me and Resurrection got into it was because he was coming at my motherfucking team. And I wasn't going to have that. He was coming at BG, Kid Smooth, Black Bond. And he wasn't coming at Jack Move. And he was coming at Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, and I ain't even fuck with Jimmy like that. But I still had Jimmy motherfucking back. Like, nah. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why me and Resurrection, I ain't really had no motherfucking beef with Resurrection. I'm inheriting other niggas' beef. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, you gonna tap these niggas. Like, nah. You trying to destroy something I helped build. I ain't letting that happen. So I got these niggas' backs. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like them niggas ain't had my back. So when shit was getting hot, it was like, y'all want to come against me? Like, nigga, I'm the one that's out on the front fucking line. Fuck is going on? And yes, we had, well, like I said, the behind the scenes shit y'all already knew about. It wasn't nothing too crazy and shit like that. And I think at the end of the day, BG wanted me off of fucking Weapon Wheel. That's just the bottom fucking line. You know what I'm saying? He hated when he hated that I was like getting all the praise. It's like being everybody's favorite. He fucking hated that. That's why he used to be in the comment section roasting and blocking anybody that was like, I wouldn't watch this if it wasn't for Hard8. Or Hard8 is my favorite. You said anything like that, BG was getting you the fuck out of here. Y'all seen it. It ain't no fucking, this ain't no mystery. This ain't Scooby-Doo. You know what I'm saying? So I think at the end of the day, BG wanted me to fuck out of there. And also his ego, he wanted to show everybody like, yo, Weapon Wheel is still going to do the same that it was doing when Hard8 was here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show it. Because everybody, you know, it was a lot of, oh, if Hard 8 leave, the viewers going to go down and this, that, and the third and blah, blah, blah. And the show ain't going to be this. The show ain't going to be that if Hard 8 leave. And I think BG's ego got the best of him. That's just what I believe. And it's like, yo, yeah. Oh, y'all think so? All right, well, I'm going to kick this nigga off and we're going to see. Because remember, I got kicked off for some shit that didn't even have nothing to do with Weapon Wheel. I got kicked off for some shit that didn't even take place on the day of Weapon Wheel. I got kicked off because of me and Kid Smooth had a problem. That has absolutely nothing to do with Weapon Wheel. You know what I'm saying? And then Kid Smooth made a threat like, I'm going to leave if Hard 8 is not kicked off, I'm going to leave. And them niggas been to that? Like Kid Smooth over Hard 8? Like what? Y'all niggas... That nigga had that much power? Okay, so you already know it was bigger than fucking that situation. That was just an excuse that niggas used. Because how would you kick somebody off a podcast that ain't got nothing to do with the podcast? Think about that. This has absolutely nothing to do with the podcast. And I ain't trying to hear that shit of, oh, well, it makes the podcast look bad. Because since I've been going, them niggas been roasting motherfuckers and shit. They was going at the great exposure and all that shit. That don't make the podcast look good. If motherfuckers want to start talking like that, that's nonsense. That's fucking nonsense. So, niggas just wanted me out of here. Like, yo, I got to find a way to get this nigga out of here. Oh, shit, he arguing with Kid Smooth. Oh, yeah, that shit ain't got nothing to do with Weapon Wheel, but Kid Smooth said he's going to leave if Hard 8 doesn't. Really? Really? So... I mean, you know, it's easier to bully fucking Kid Smooth than it is Hard 8. So it's like, yo, let's get this nigga out of here. Let's get this alpha out of here. Keep this fucking beta. And that's what it is. So I left Weapon Wheel. And even before I left Weapon Wheel, people was always like, yo, Hard 8, start your own fucking podcast. And I used to be like, nah, I'm not starting my own podcast. I'm already on a podcast. And if I was to start a podcast, it wouldn't be nothing about gaming because I'm already doing that. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to start my own podcast. I really didn't. I'm like, yo, I don't want to start that shit. I don't want to start no fucking podcast. So people kept asking me, start a podcast. I ain't doing it. So once the whole Weapon Wheel shit went down, it was like, yo, you know what? Well, here's the opportunity, right? Like, all right, well, I guess it's time for me to start my own podcast and shit, right? It was like, yo, I'm gonna start my own podcast. Now I have a reason. And I said, I'm still going to, keep the same concept of it's not just going to be gaming. But since I'm not on a gaming podcast now, we'll do gaming and current events and real life shit and other shit. Like, we'll mix it all in. Since I'm not on a gaming podcast, we'll throw the gaming in there. So I decided to do my own podcast, and I started because I knew the hardest part about starting a podcast was the members, right? You gotta get the right members. That's what I felt like was the difficult part. And that's actually the process I felt like I didn't want to go through. I felt like I didn't want to go through that process of finding the right members. I don't really feel like that shit. I don't feel like it. But I was like, fuck it, I gotta do it. And plus, BG was he was kind of doubting me. He was kind of, I felt like he was doubting me because he said shit like, he was saying shit like make your own podcast or some shit like that, whatever. But so I felt like, all right, I got something to prove. I gotta do this shit. So I felt like, all right, I'm gonna make sure that whoever I choose, I'm gonna make sure that money is not an issue. That was my criteria. I was like, I'm gonna make sure that money is not an issue of who I rock out with. So that's how I'm going to choose these members. And I did not choose the members on who can actually carry a fucking podcast. Because listen, it's not as easy as just, get on the mic and start talking. Like, no, you got to have a personality for this shit. You got to be able to drive a fucking podcast. You got to be able to you be able to entertain at the same time. You got to be able to do this shit. And I did not think that shit all the way through on the people that I chose, right? I just chose like, okay, money's not going to be an issue. Come on, you're good. I didn't think about anything else. Like, hold on, do I gel with these niggas? Or is these niggas entertaining? Or could these niggas carry a fucking podcast or even a fucking video by themselves? I didn't think about none of that shit. All I thought is, listen, money won't be an issue with this person, so I'm good. And that's how I picked the members, right? So if I was to start over, I probably wouldn't never pick Blaze. I would have never picked Blaze, and I would have never picked Melon. Now, here I go being honest again. Melon is my guy, right? And listen, he's my guy. He fucking knows. You know what I'm saying? He fucking knows. It is what it is. That's like if a nigga is a bum at basketball. I don't give a fuck if you my best friend, nigga. You're a bum. Like, it is what it is. Like, that don't mean you ain't my nigga. You a fucking bum. Like, it is what it is. So, if I started over, I wouldn't pick Melon. Because I don't think Melon is that great as a podcast person, right? Still my guy, but he's not that great as a podcast. And neither is Blaze. I think Blaze is terrible. And so is, Melon is borderline terrible. But he's my guy. So I wouldn't have picked them two. I like Ravish. Ravish is fucking great. Yo, Ravish is like a fucking man. Ravish is a fucking gift when it comes to this fucking podcast shit, right? I fucking love Ravish. Ravish is so fucking dedicated, man. That Ravish is a dedicated motherfucker, man. I fucking love Ravish. Like, Ravish was like a perfect fucking pick. Yo, like he was like a fucking first round fucking draft pick. Like, I fucking love Ravish. He's fucking so goddamn dedicated, man. I ain't got to argue with this man. I ain't got to worry about if he gonna be there. He gets all the topics. He did really all the guests. He's knowledgeable in pretty much every fucking thing we talk about. Ravish is he's a gem. Like, fucking facts. If I lost Ravish, I would be fucking hurt. If I lost, I would not want to lose Ravish. If I lost Ravish, I would do whatever I have to do to get Ravish back. You know what I'm saying? Ravish is fucking great. He's the MVP, dog. He's awesome. Great man, he was a great pick. God, he was a fucking great pick. Sheesh. Fucking love Ravish. Let me see. Drew is cool. Drew is kind of too quiet for me lately. He don't really talk much. I don't know why. I don't know. I like Drew is cool. When Drew is active, I really like Drew. I really like Drew when Drew is active, but he's kind of quiet a lot. And when he's quiet, he's like on some Jimmy type of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not good. When Drew is active, though, I like Drew. Drew is good when he's active. He's trash when he's not. Cycle too. I like Cycle. Cycle was great. When Cycle was there, Cycle couldn't be there a lot because of his job and shit like that. But when Cycle was there, I definitely like Cycle and shit. You know what I mean? I fuck with Cycle. I don't even know how, like, and then, you know, the crazy thing, I really did fuck with Cycle. Like, I was going to meet up with Cycle and everything. Like, we was going to meet up and shit, because I really fuck with Cycle. But, like, after he left, I heard some shit, like, he was talking shit behind my back and all that, like, back biting me and shit. So, that's kind of corny. And I really fuck with Cycle, though. Like, Cycle is like to me, he was like a good dude and shit. Like, I fuck with Cycle, and I thought he was a good addition to the podcast, right? I really fuck with Cycle, but when he went left, like, that shit he did was really like, I really ain't like that shit, yo. I thought that shit was corny as fuck, dog. And I really wanted some real fucking smoke over that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I really fuck with Cycle, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? But then after he left, I heard some shit, so it's like, all right, cool. Maybe it's good that he left, because, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing some shit behind the scenes that I didn't know about, you know what I mean? So Cycle was cool. I definitely like Cycle. And Candace is cool. Candace annoys me, though. She kind of annoys the fuck out of me. But when she's there, I think she is a good addition when she's there, but she got too much shit with her. Like it's too much shit with her, yo. Like I don't know. It's like dealing. I mean, I remember. I think it was 50 Cent was saying like when you're dealing with like a female artist, man, it's like it's a lot of fucking work. When you're dealing with a female, he was talking about Olivia. He was like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of patience you gotta have. It's expensive and like shit like that when you're dealing with a female. And I'm starting to like understand how that is, cause she's like an emotional female and like she's always dealing with some type of shit. So it's like, I don't know. It's just shit with her. I just don't feel like fucking dealing with. Yo, I don't feel like dealing with that shit. It's like, yo, Sunday 4 o'clock. Fucking be there or don't be there at all. Like I don't feel like this shit. That's kind of how it is when it comes to fucking Candace and shit. You know what I mean? Like this past Sunday, she wasn't there for whatever excuse she made up. It's bullshit. But yeah, she annoys the fuck out of me though. But when she's there, you know what I mean, she's cool. But other than that, she's fucking annoying. And honestly, I don't know how much longer she's going to be there. Cause it's already getting to that point where I'm almost done with her fucking bullshit. So, yeah, I don't really know how much longer if she's coming back or not. Cause I'm tired of her shit. So shout outs to Fiend. He said, give it up for Ravish. V keeps it low key since we're being honest. Top 5 favorite members. I don't really have no top 5. It just is what it is. We lost members, so AGS podcast it's been pretty cool. It hasn't been as successful as I would like it to be. Because I think it's good. I think people don't like the members for the most part. Y'all should all like fucking Ravish, at least. Y'all should all like Ravish, right? Ravish, listen, I'm telling y'all, man, Ravish is dedicated like a motherfucker. God damn, Ravish is so fucking dedicated. It's almost like, I don't know what to say. He's so fucking dedicated. I think everybody should really fucking appreciate Ravish. Like, you should appreciate fucking Ravish. But I don't know. People got a problem with the members, and I get it. I guess I get it. But I think the podcast should be bigger. I think we should have more views. I think they are great episodes. In the beginning, I did want to quit. In the beginning, I wanted to quit. I would say I struggled to do the podcast like the first, I want to say 10, 20 episodes. I struggled to do it. And the reason why I struggled to do it because I wasn't happy with the panel members. I felt like the energy was not there. I just didn't. Because when I look at something, when I critique something, I take myself out of it, right? I look at it from the outside looking in. So I'm looking at it like, would I watch this podcast? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't watch this podcast. I don't think it's good enough. This is how I was in the beginning. So in the beginning, I kind of struggled to fucking do it. It was a struggle to do this shit. Every Sunday, I fucking dreaded Sundays. Like, oh my God, I gotta do this podcast. I felt like there was no energy. You know what I mean? Of course, people pointed out, oh, Hard8, you shouldn't do podcasts with people you cool with. You should do podcasts with people that actually works. And I'm like, damn, they got a point. And it was like, it wasn't really clicking like that. I'm like, oh, this shit is not fucking clicking for me, dog. It's trash. I feel like it's trash. But I think, and everybody was like, everybody was like rookies, right? Like Ravish ain't never did this shit. Candace ain't never did this shit. Melon been around, he's been on podcasts, but he's not built for this shit. Blaze is fucking trash. It's like, and Cycle is like, he's made appearance and he's cool. So everybody, like, it's like after a while, everybody got into the groove of things and like, okay, this is how you do it. This is how it goes. And then it started to click to where it was like, yo, I got a decent podcast. I think I do got a decent podcast. You know what I mean? And I started to want to do it. So now I look forward to doing a podcast. It is sometimes where it's like, it's a lot of unnecessary bullshit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of absences and shit. Like, it's like, when the last time everybody was there? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always an absence every fucking week. And listen, I didn't do a real podcast until Weapon Wheel, right? So I look at that shit. That's where I come from. I come from Weapon Wheel. So I kind of look at my podcast as like, I kind of look at Weapon Wheel as like the foundation, right? So it's like, damn, man, when I was on Weapon Wheel, everybody was there every fucking week. It wasn't all these fucking absences. It wasn't all these fucking people missing and all that shit. Everybody was there every fucking week. So now it's like, when it comes to mine, it's like every week somebody's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, for some reason, 1 or 2 people, fucking, or 3 people are fucking gone for whatever fucking reason. It's like, yo, this is not good. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to this YouTube shit, man, people, I'm telling you, man, people are fucking picky, and as a motherfucker, they look at all that shit. Like, you know what, man, this podcast would be hard if everybody showed up. And everybody doesn't, so I'm done watching. You know what I'm saying? I'm done watching. And I had people hit me up like, yo, get rid of this person, get rid of that person. And it's like, I'm not watching till this person till you get rid of this person and shit like that. And it's like, man, listen, I ain't getting rid of nobody. It is what it is. We here now. And again, see, that goes to the point where, should I do what's best for the podcast, or should I stick to, I guess you can say, like, being loyal, right? And that's kind of where it's like, yo, you really ain't going to get nowhere if you keep trying to mix like business with like friendships and shit like that. Like, and like you, it's like this. Like, okay, wherever your podcast is at now, like, yeah, you just got to deal with that, because you don't want to make the necessary moves to make it better, right? You know what I mean? Like, hey, this person may have to go. You may need to replace this person or that person, but you're not trying to do that. So when your podcast don't go nowhere, then you got to live with that, right? So it's like, I guess I struggle with that type of shit. You know what I mean? I struggle with that type of shit, but I'm just not, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to be like a fucking scumbag and shit. Be like, hey, yo, hey, Melon, man, listen, I love you, dog, but you're gonna have to, I gotta drop you. No hard feelings, but this just ain't for you. I gotta pick up somebody else that's gonna make this shit work. I just can't do that to somebody I'm cool with. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, man, well, how the fuck you think anybody got to any type of success on YouTube or in the world and shit? They gotta be cutthroat at times. Like, yo, man, if you want to really get somewhere, dog, you gotta be fucking cutthroat. And I just can't do it. I'm like, yo, I can't do that to fucking people I fuck with, yo. Maybe that's a downfall of mine. I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe some people might like that shit, but it's like, yo, man, you got to do what you got to do for the podcast. But it's like, nah, man, fuck that. I'm going to ride it out. All right, then, nigga, don't start bitching when it ain't going your way. It's crazy. Shout outs to Biz the Kid Gaming. He said, I knew once they adjust and get used to talking into a mic for hours, y'all would be eyed. Even Melon coming out of shell a little bit now. So it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? So now we got Weapon Wheel. Now we got AGS Podcast. Like I said, I'm happy with the pod. We lost a lot of members already. How many members we lost? We lost 3 members already, like in under a year. No, I think it was more than a year, right? But like in the first year, I guess you can say, we didn't even get 100 episodes yet, right? We didn't even get 100 episodes yet, and we already lost 3 fucking members. And, you know, I don't have the best reputation around YouTube. You know what I mean? Y'all already know, because of how I am and how I see things and how I view things. I don't have the best reputation, so it looks bad. Like, I already know that there's some fucking chatter going on behind the scenes in different circles and shit. Like, yo, Hard8 just lost another fucking member. Like, yeah, man, that's gonna happen. He gonna lose all of them. Watch. That podcast ain't gonna last long. And it's fucking, oh man, it's fucking irritating. But I already know in like small circles around this motherfucker, I already know that's the fucking conversation. We already lost 3 fucking people. 3. You know what I mean? We know Cycle. We lost Cycle because of what happened. That was direct. That was directly that had, that's directly because of me or whatever. I was involved. I was involved with that. Right. I was in the middle of that. Nessie. I mean, she made up I don't fucking know, man. She was going through something in real life, so she say, and excuse me, and she left the podcast, right? So I don't know, but I'm like every time. Hold on one second. All right. Every time somebody leaves, I feel like I'm the one that's going to be directly blamed for that shit, no matter what, right? But Nessie left due to some behind the scenes real life shit. So she say I don't believe that shit, but whatever. She left, and then we know Blaze. Blaze left. I have no idea to this day. I would say it had something to do with me because Blaze used to like Blaze. I used to talk to Blaze pretty frequently, right? Like he used to hit my phone and shit like that, and like all of that shit stopped after he left, right? Everything. Like, I don't talk to Blaze at all. He don't say nothing to me. I don't say nothing to him. So, if I can guess, he left because of something that I fucking did, but I really have no fucking clue. And I never really cared to fucking ask. I just left it at that. Because he just started missing days. And at first he used to make excuses. And if he missed a day, he would hit me up like, yo, I couldn't make it today. I was at the hospital. Or some shit like that. Then after a while, the excuses just stop. And you could just blatantly see him playing a game during the podcast. And then the last straw was when he tried to like live stream the Super Bowl to like get some fake views. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it was like, all right, that's the last straw. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he was done already. He never said nothing like, yo, what happened? Or nothing. It was just never no communication about it. So I don't really know what happened, but it's just like we already lost 3 fucking people in like a year and shit. It's like, yo, that's not a fucking good. It's not a good look. That is not a good fucking look, dog. It looks bad, especially with my rep in the fucking YouTube community. It looks bad. So it's like, I don't know. But it's a new year, and it's a new year, and yeah, man. I look forward to what's going on this year, man. But yeah, that's pretty much been my 10 years on YouTube, man. It's been a long road, man. It's been a long road, a lot of shit, man, a lot of shit. I be on some chill shit now. I'm a lot more laid back than I once was and shit. Like I barely make videos nowadays and shit. I do the AGS Lite from time to time, and of course the podcast is once a week. But a lot of videos I used to do that got me in the use. I used to do reviews. I used to do live commentaries. I used to do news article videos. Like I used to do a lot of fucking shit when it came to YouTube. You know what I mean? I used to do a couple videos a day at times. Or video every day, or I was on a set schedule of a video every other day. I used to do a lot of fucking shit on YouTube, and now I just don't do. I don't do not even. I do barely any of that anymore. Cause YouTube just got boring to me. It got corny. It's a lot of corny niggas around here. It's just a lot of fraud shit. And I don't know. I just don't have no desire for that whole YouTube thing no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not really that fun to me. I have fun doing the podcast. And I like doing AGS Lite. What I do now, I like doing. That's why I do it. If I didn't, I wouldn't do it. I like doing what I do now. I like doing AGS Lite, like hollering at y'all, talking to y'all at times like this. And I like doing the podcast. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't really care to really do much of the other shit like reviews and all that shit. I don't know. I've been thinking about doing a live commentary like on some throwback shit, but I don't do it. I don't get around to doing it, man. So Yeah, man, it's a lot has changed, man. A lot has fucking changed. A lot has changed, man. But yeah, man, that's my 10 years, man. You know what I mean? So we talked about how I started YouTube. I started YouTube because of Madden football. Madden football. I started YouTube in the gaming community. I mean, in the Madden community. I started YouTube in the sports community. That's where I started YouTube at. I was only making like strictly like sports videos, Madden videos. My first review was Fight Night Round 4. And that's where I started, man. Yep. I used to be on camera. Every video was on camera. That's how I started, on camera. That's something that I don't really do no more. Because, again, when I came on YouTube, I didn't know a lot. Like, there's a lot of things that I know now. If I would have knew then, I would have did differently. Like, I would have been way more private if I knew what I know now back then. I would have been way more private. I think the only thing you would have known about me is that I play video games and that I'm black. I think that's the only fucking thing you would have known about me if I could start this shit all over. That's the only fucking thing I would have I would have kept everything completely fucking private. You wouldn't have known or seen shit. And it, you know, I have pretty much done a pretty good job at doing that for the most part. I'm pretty private now. Because, I mean, I look at shit. It's like, I look at social media and I see a lot of shit that people post and things like that. And even sometimes when even the picture I put up yesterday, I'm like, I'm about to delete it because I'm not into that type of shit. Like, I don't fucking care to show people anything. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm just not, and it's just, to me, it's pointless. It's irrelevant. Like, what am I really doing it for? For bragging rights or some shit like that to show off? Like, I don't, it's irrelevant. Like, nobody cares. That's kind of how I be seeing shit. That's why a lot of times I'm just on some private shit. I don't want to show y'all nothing. It ain't no disrespect to anybody. It's not like I hate y'all or anything like that. I mean, I fucks with everybody that support me. I appreciate it. But it's just like I know how this internet shit goes, man. And it's just like it's pointless. People always want to show every fucking thing they do. Oh, look at me. I'm on vacation. Oh, look, I'm here. I'm there. Nobody cares. That's just how I look at it. Like, I don't care. I'm not impressed. Because listen, when it comes to the internet, I watch a lot of shit that I'm never going to have, right? I watch a lot of I told y'all before, I'll be watching videos where motherfuckers is living in $75 million penthouses. People that live in $120 million mansions. I like looking at that shit. I ain't never been a hater. I love looking at shit I ain't never going to have. I'm infatuated by it. I like to see it. You know what I'm saying? I just like to see that type of shit. It's just amazing to me, right? So, this is the type of shit I'm looking at. So, I don't care to see no regular shit. Like, you know, I'm not impressed about... it's just... I don't know. Like, we follow a lot of... we follow a lot of celebrities. We follow a lot of fucking multi-millionaires. So we see all this shit. So now we're like kind of desensitized to that type of shit, right? Like you go on Instagram, you see a fucking picture of Floyd Mayweather. He got $1 million in cash laid out on a table, right? Then you go on Twitter and you got somebody fucking bragging about having a $80,000 a year job. I'm not impressed. Like, I don't care. I just seen somebody with a fucking $1 million spread out on a fucking table, dog. I don't give a fuck about that little shit you talking about, your 9 to 5 and none of that. I'm not impressed by it. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I just seen $1 million laid out on the table. I just watched a video where people are living in a fucking mansion that's $120 million. And you expect me to be impressed because you got a decent 9 to 5? Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You got a new controller or some shit. I don't care about none of that shit. That's why I just be like, I don't post it because I'm looking at myself. Like, what the fuck are you doing that for? That's a lot of shit that I used to do that I don't do no more. Like, I would tell people what movie I'm watching. Oh, I'm watching this and Dolby Atmos and 4K. And then I started to catch myself like, who cares? Because, in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, it's to provoke a conversation and shit. Maybe we'll start having a conversation about the movie. Like, hey, what did you think about the movie? What do you think? Nobody cares. Like, oh, good for you, motherfucker. All right, cool. And then at the same time, it's like, I just watched a fucking video where somebody got a fucking 11. They got a fucking 16 channel setup. They got 11 speakers in their big ass living room and fucking 6 speakers in the ceiling, 2 big ass subwoofers, and you talking about your little measly shit. Nobody cares. That's just how I be. That's why I'm like, yo, that's why I just be on some private shit. I don't give a fuck to show nobody nothing. Like, it doesn't matter. You ain't showing nobody nothing that they don't already have. It's not impressive, my guy. It's not not impressed. You know what I mean? I do shit. I don't take pictures of it and put it on social media. Just like I said, I don't care. Go on vacation, you ain't gonna know. Cause I ain't gonna tell you. Or if I do take pictures, they're personal, right? I'm not putting them on YouTube or on Twitter like, hey, look at me. Oh, look at my hotel room. Look at the view from my hotel room. Nobody gives a fuck. Just entertain me. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm on social media for. I'm on social media for entertainment. I'm not on social media to look at a bunch of basic shit. Like basic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there for that. But that's social media. You know what I mean? A lot of people are into that. It is what it is. It ain't nothing you can change. It's all good. But I'm there to be entertained. I want to entertain me. I want to see some back and forths, all that shit, some debates, some asses shaking or some shit like that. Like, that's entertain me. I don't really care about possessions and shit, man. Because like most of the shit that people showing off, we all got. Or if we want it, we can get it. And shit like that. Like, you're not showing us nothing special, no. Like, nobody fucking cares. Like, I don't know. That's just me. You dig? But, yep, man. 10 years on YouTube, man. August 2009 is when I uploaded my first video. Yep, first video. And my first review was Fight Night. And they need to bring Fight Night back. But, do y'all got any questions? About this tenure? Do y'all have any questions about about my 10 years on fucking YouTube? Anything I might have skipped that y'all want to know about? Because I know I've skipped a lot of shit. I don't remember. You know what I mean? If it ain't important, I'll be forgetting shit, man. I really do. You know what I mean? As time go on, that shit start to get more and more faint and shit like that. But if y'all got any questions, I'll answer them real quick before I get up out of here, man. You dig? But I ain't even really been looking at the comment section. The only thing I've been catching is super chats because they got the color with it. So that'll catch my attention, and I don't want nobody to do that. Oh, Urban Combat 1000. I'm sorry, man. Thank you for the super chat. He said, I'm trying to watch the first episodes. I'm trying to watch the first 20 episodes. As far as back I seen was episode 21. But I enjoy listening to the podcast. Rev definitely second in command. Oh, yeah, because I deleted that AGS channel. Right, I forgot I deleted that shit. I deleted that AGS channel. So all of those videos that was on there, they fucking gone. Yeah, so I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. So AGS don't even go back to episode 1. Which is stupid. I don't even know why I fucking did that shit. Fuck. It's stupid. Yo, this girl funny when Miss Hard ain't gonna be on. You ain't never gonna be on. The fuck? The fuck? It's like, no. Your mouth is too crazy, man. You might say some shit you ain't supposed to say. You gotta get some media training first. After some media training, you can be on. This motherfucker, I knew y'all was gonna come with these crazy questions. Would you smash Candace? No, I would not smash Candace. Oh, the Jiggy Truth. I did skip the Jiggy Truth. Y'all right. I did skip the Jiggy Truth, man. So the Jiggy Truth came about because if you look at the videos that me and Jack always did together, like we always was playing Jason together and we always was playing Grand Theft Auto together, those videos are fire and they still up. Those videos with me and Jack playing Jason and all that, those videos are fire. Some of the funniest moments you would ever see in the gaming community. Them joints is hilarious. Me and Jack, anytime we did a video together, a lot of people always seen it, checked it out, and it was great chemistry. We always had great fucking chemistry when we did these videos together. So it was like, I just had an idea, and I was like, yo, let's just start a channel together because we on to something. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are on to something because of how it is when we do collab. When we do collab on these videos, they always turned out great. So I was just like, yo, let's do a channel together and shit. So, you know, we had to figure out a name and all that. We came up with the Jiggy Truth, which I know some of y'all don't like, but I thought it was a cool name. You know what I mean? I thought the name was cool. And we ended up doing No Way Out. We did the video No Way Out, and I think it was cool. I think we did like 2 videos. And then shit went left on Weapon Wheel. So when shit went left on Weapon Wheel, that directly affected what happened on the Jiggy Truth with the whole voting process. I felt like, you know, what happened was, I felt like Jack didn't do what I would have did. Like if it was Jack that motherfuckers was trying to vote out, I felt like he ain't had my back like I would have had his. Cause I wouldn't have never went for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I would have never went for that. Just like I said, with the whole Jaffe shit, I would have never went for that either. But if it was Jack moving the position that I was in, I would have never went for that. And I felt like Jack ain't go as hard as I would have went for him. So that kind of affected the Jiggy Truth. And there was a lot of miscommunication at that time. So that's what happened, man. And the Jiggy Truth was going to be fire, dog. It was no way that shit was going to fail. That shit was going to pop. Because we was just going to do all like co-op games together, multiplayer games together. We was going to do like video reviews, all types of shit. Like it was just going to be like a real fucking channel and shit. Like a real gaming channel. Like that shit was going to be fire, dog. We could have expanded it to other topics and all that. Like I already know that shit was going to pop. But unfortunately, shit went left, man. It just went left at the wrong fucking time, man. It just went left at the wrong time. Why did I put exciting in the title? Oh, I'm just fucking around. BG inspired this video because I thought it was a good idea. Shout out to Sith Lord. Thank you for the super chat. It's no beef. I'm just fucked up. Y'all know me, man. Y'all know I got jokes. God damn. The title is only a joke. It ain't nothing serious, man. The title is a joke. It's a truth. It's true, but it's still. I'm just fucking around, man. It ain't nothing, man. Why you have issues with MWN? I'm thinking that's Modern War Negro. He was talking shit about the Weapon Wheel. He was talking shit about the Crumb Side, and he said a few things about me, and honestly, I don't remember what they were. But, you know, he just had some little fly shit to say out his motherfucking mouth, so I figured if I ever go to E3 that I was going to ask him about that. You dig? So that's really it. But he said some little smart little fly shit. I forgot what it was, but it was disrespectful. So, you know, that's why I had a problem with dude. You know what I mean? But I don't even remember when that shit was over. So I guess it wasn't that serious, right? Is Cycle coming back? No. Tupac Academics said, random question. Did you ever get the chance to watch The Irishman? No, I have not watched The Irishman yet. I have not checked it out yet. Just, I don't know. I will. It ain't going nowhere. The shit ain't going nowhere. Let me see. We need an AGS Monopoly night. AGS is not really a gaming podcast, dog. But we're not all on the same consoles, right? I mean, they all got a PlayStation 4, but I don't have one. So when I do get a PlayStation 4 eventually, then yeah, we can do that. You know what I mean? We can see how that goes. But I think that's another thing that got me kicked off of Weapon Wheel, man. That got me kicked off of Weapon Wheel. I was the best gamer over there. Facts. This is not up for debate. I was the best gamer on Weapon Wheel across multiple genres. All them niggas got that L, and whatever we played 1v1. And I destroyed them niggas in Monopoly, man. I took $800 out them niggas' mouths, man. 2 weeks in a row. Even the second week when they tried to team up on me, y'all remember, them niggas tried to team up on me. It was me versus the whole team. And that wasn't no coincidence. That's how niggas really felt. They tried to team up on me, and I still gave them niggas the business. Still gave them the business and won over $500. Them niggas did not like, that was the best gamer, hands down, it's a fact. Across multiple genres, multiple shooters, you know what I'm saying? And I won the most bets at the time, you know what I'm saying? And the most 1v1s and all that shit. I was the best, it's a fact. And then when it came to Monopoly, them niggas tried to gang up on me and I destroyed them niggas, man. So I had to go. Fuck that, get this nigga out of here. So nah, I'm just fucking around as far as they kicked me off because of my gaming skills. But I was the best. That's not up for debate. So yeah. But nah, what else we got here? Do you think you will do 10 more? I don't know, man. I don't even know. That would be crazy though. Is there something real important that we need to know in order to start a YouTube channel? Nah, man, there's nothing really important, man. You just gotta, it depends on what you want to do with your YouTube channel. Listen, being real on YouTube ain't gonna get you nowhere, all right? It's not gonna get you no fucking where. So get on, if you want to really have a YouTube career, get on this shit and be a fake ass motherfucker. Network. You know what I mean? Be extra fucking positive. And all, you gotta be a fake ass nigga, man. If you really want to take this YouTube serious and you want to become something huge, you gotta be a fake ass nigga. That's just the bottom line. Being real ain't gonna get you nowhere. I'm telling you that right now. You know what I mean? Let me see. What do I expect to be different on here in the next 10 years? Shit, not much. You know what I mean? Not much. YouTube gaming culture is dead on YouTube? Oh, okay. You saying everybody went to Twitch and all that shit. Yeah, I feel you. It's a lot of live streaming. That's like the thing now, right? Talk about 1316 Killer. Oh, man. 1316 Killer. Oh, that was another beef that I fucking forgot. I left out a couple of beefs. So, yeah, me and BG did, and I'll talk about 13, but me and BG did smooth things out due to the outcry of the outcry of Last of Us. Because, me and BG kind of share a lot of similar thoughts when it comes to fucking gaming and shit. Like, we wasn't cool all that time to not have, like, a lot of shit in common as far as, like, our gaming opinions and even our gaming skills and shit, even though, like, his skill is beneath me, but he still is a pretty decent gamer at the couple of games he plays, like Last of Us and Uncharted, and that's about it. That's where it stops. Meanwhile, my portfolio just keeps going. Shots fired. Just keeping it gaming. But we shared a lot of the same opinions and shit. So when that came out, like this, man, I was cool with them dudes for a long time. Like me and BG was cool for a lot of years, dog. Like a lot of fucking years. So it's like, it's a lot of, one thing I miss about Weapon Wheel is I miss the competitiveness that was going on over there. Like nowadays, I don't even care about how many games I beat and shit like that a year, because I'm not competing with nobody no more. You know what I mean? When it was a competition, I need that. That's why I won that shit like 2-3 years in a row. And I was the first person to start tweeting out when you beat a game and how many games you beat for the year. I started that. Yeah, I got a lot of mini-me's around here. Believe that. I'm the pioneer of a lot of shit around here. Give me my roses while I can smell them, goddammit. Because there's a lot of shit I say, all of a sudden I be seeing niggas tweet this shit. And I be like, yo, I was saying that shit 4 years ago. What are y'all talking about? I was saying that shit 4 years. I was clowning backwards compatibility years ago when they was trying to make that shit a thing. I've been saying that. Like, you know what I mean? I was the first one that started fucking tweeting how many games I beat or when I beat a game and how many for the year and all that. And I started that. You know what I mean? These niggas they be stealing my stilo. And I just be sitting back watching and I be laughing like, for motherfuckers to be having a problem with Hard 8, the truth, a lot of niggas be stealing my fucking stilo and shit I be saying and all that type of shit. All that shit. The whole thing about like, power don't matter if you ain't got the talent. I've been saying that type of shit that motherfuckers is trying to say now. I've been saying that shit years ago. Niggas be stealing my stilo. It'd be crazy. I'll be like, yo, look at these niggas, man. Fuck is going on? But me and BG, we like when that Last of Us 2 shit happened, I'm like, yo, these the only niggas that's gonna feel my pain, man. That's a fact. So, yeah, man, we just kind of like, we still need to talk. I really think me and BG still need to have a conversation. We ended up going on Press Start with Kofi. We ended up going on Press Start. And, you know, it's a great episode. It's one of their highest viewed. I think it is the highest viewed Press Start podcast episode. So, yeah, that's what I do. Say no. But, I mean, at this point, we're cordial. It's kind of like, yeah, it's just like, you know, we're cordial and shit. I feel like we still do need to have a conversation, right? I don't know. I think we do. We need to. Just to clear the air 100%, because there's still a lot of confusion out here. There's still a lot of unanswered questions, I guess you could say. I wouldn't say really confusion like that. I mean, a little bit. But, there's still a lot of unanswered fucking questions and shit. So yeah, at this point in time, you know, we alright. You know, I wouldn't say it's like of old time, but we alright. You know, it's alright. We still gotta have a conversation. And I think that's why at this point we just alright, because we haven't had that conversation yet, and that needs to take place. It actually does. And I haven't reached out to him like, yo, we need to have a chit chat. Or nothing like that. But at some point in time, I feel like maybe it'll happen. I don't fucking know. I do got a lot of pride in this situation, where it's like I ain't gonna be the one to fucking to initiate it. And you already know he ain't gonna be the fucking one to initiate it. So it's like somebody's gonna have to be like the bigger man or something like that and just be like, listen, yeah, we do need to have a conversation and shit at least. Because if we actually are going to, if we actually clearing the air on this topic, we definitely need to have a conversation, a one-on-one conversation about that. Or it could be live. It don't really matter to me, but we definitely need to have a conversation. So yeah, as of right now, you know, we all right. You know what I'm saying? But we damn sure need to have a combo. But 1313 Killer, that was another little beef I had. If y'all know, I mean, if you know the dude, if you watch the dude, you'll know he's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking piece of shit. Like, he's extra and confrontational for no fucking reason. Like, no reason at all. So when I got my first 4K TV, it was a LA 9700. It was the LG. This was May of 2014. I got my first 4K TV. One of the first people with one in this community. That's a fact. Trendsetter, baby. Trendsetter. I got my first 4K TV. And I'm looking at videos on YouTube, and I stumbled upon his video. And I think he made like a mistake in the video. I mean, he made like a mistake in the video, and I kind of like corrected him in the comment section. Again, it wasn't disrespectful, or it wasn't malicious, or it wasn't in a disrespectful way, and nothing, man. It just was a regular comment that you would expect when you fucking upload a video and you may say something that's not right. Somebody's going to correct you. So I did that, and he just went off the deep fucking end. Like, he just went off the fucking deep end. So we like started going back and forth in the comment section, and he decided to make a video about it. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This dude's a weirdo. And at the time, I chose like not to make a video about it. I kind of ignored them and shit. I'm like, man, I ain't making this. This is stupid. And then like a couple years later, he decided to like attack me on some fucking video. He just showed up to my video. Oh no, he just started taking shots in this video, like subliminal shots. Everybody knew he was talking about me. They were saying it in the comment section. So it was like, you know what? I'm with the fuck shit today. So it was like, let's go. You know what I mean? So of course I did them live streams. I called them out. Cause y'all remember I got to that point where it's like, I'm not making videos back and forth with people no more. Like, you make a video, I make a video, you make a video. Nah. Cause y'all cause most of these dudes are full of shit. They lying and all that shit. You know what? How about you come into a live stream and we can talk like live. We can do this shit live. You know what I mean? We can go at it live. Because then I can call you out for your bullshit as you say it. Not have to wait, you make a video, then I make a video, you make a video. No, fuck that. Come in this live stream and let's get it. So I tried to do that with him, and of course, his punk ass didn't want to show up. So it never happened. So, he was taking his shots, and I just was taking mine. And then he did that. I found that video where he was giving the controller a sloppy toppy, you know what I mean, a twirly early. So I made a video clowning him about that shit. That video got flagged too. Or it got like removed or some shit like that. But he's gone now. He disappeared. Nobody was taking him serious. He kept wondering why nobody was laughing at his dumbass jokes because he thought he was some type of fucking comedian or some shit. So he just disappeared. But yeah, it is what it is. Shout outs to MJM. He said, why did you stop doing traditional game reviews? Because I don't rush through a game anymore. You know what I mean? I no longer rush through a game. And in my mind, if the review is not ready day one or at least day two, then ain't nobody going to watch that shit. And one thing I'm not going to do is make a video where I feel like it's not going to get enough views. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to rush a game. So if it's a long game, by the time I'm done the game, everybody done seen all the reviews out there. Nobody like really cares no more. So I just don't waste my time doing the video. But I should maybe start doing first impressions at least. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why I don't really do that shit no more. Sith Lord, shout outs to you. He said, check your Instagram. What the hell am I checking my Instagram for? Shit. Now, it would have been better if you said check my Cash App or some shit like that. Oh, man. Let's see here. What the fuck? This motherfucker trying to sell itself. Yo, you funny as shit. Relax. Relax, my guy. So yeah, man. But at this point in time, man, I really don't have no beef with anybody on the internet. Do I have any beef with anybody? Do I have beef with somebody? No, I don't really have. I don't have no problems with nobody. Shout Jay. Oh damn, I keep forgetting. Hey, Jay Easy, we gotta get you on the podcast, dog. It keeps slipping my fucking mind, yo. We gotta get you this Sunday, player. Like, god damn, it keeps slipping my motherfucking mind, yo. Fuck, I gotta get you there, player. God damn. Yo, I'm on that Gears 5 too, Jay Easy. Where the fuck is you at, my guy? I'm on that Gears 5 every day. That game pissing me off right now, though. Yo, I'm a gold 3. You know what I'm saying? All randoms. I made it to gold 3 with all randoms. Your favorite YouTubers, they ducking Gears 5 because they fucking trash. You know what I mean? Don't listen to them excuses they making. They trash. I'm on that thing every day. I'm on fucking Gears 5. I'm a gold 3 with all randoms. That shit is not easy to come by, but they pissing me off. Because I'm a gold 3. They're putting me up against gold 3 players or higher, right? The problem is, the people that they putting me with is some bronze kid smooth gaming motherfuckers. And that shit is pissing me off. Cause I'm losing like every fucking game, dog, because the people they pairing me up with are trash. They pairing me up with newcomers, kid smooth motherfuckers, bronze players. That shit is pissing me off, but yet they're putting me against gold 3 and higher fucking players. And we are getting, oh my God, it is pissing me the fuck off. Cause I was right there at Onyx. All I had to do was win one more match and I would have been Onyx. Guess what? I lost like the last 3 fucking matches. Now I'm all the way back to like the 70% of gold 3. When you in order to go to the next level, you got to get that 70% down. So you got to get all the way down to 1% and then you got to, you know what I mean? Whatever. You got to get the points. You got to have the fucking points, right? So every time you lose, you're losing points and shit, rank points. I am pissed off. That's why I made that tweet. If you don't know how to play ranked match, take your bum ass to fucking arcade. That's what it's there for. Take your bum ass to arcade. Stay the fuck out of ranked match if you don't know how to play the goddamn game, dog. I'm tired of this shit. I'm fucking losing because they pairing me with trash, but yet I'm going up to against some beast. And I can't fucking carry the whole team by myself, man. It's gears. This ain't no fucking solo shit. You dig? So that shit is pissing me the fuck off, man. For real. And like I said, I don't feel like chasing people down. Hey, come play Gears with me. Send out friend invites. Motherfuckers ignore that shit. I ain't got time for that. So I play by myself, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm proud of how far I've gotten with random fucking players. Randoms. Your favorite YouTubers, they ain't doing that. They always in a team, and they still trash. And the other day, I had 133 kills in one match. Your favorite YouTuber ain't doing that either. Put some respect on my fucking name when it comes to these games. I'm one of the best in the motherfucking community. That's a fact. These niggas can't fuck with me, and I'm pissed off because they keep pairing me with these bum-ass gamers, dog. God, that shit is pissing me the fuck off. Just thinking about that shit is making me mad. I broke a controller. I ain't break a controller in fucking 8 years. The last time I broke a controller I remember was 2012. Right? It's been 8 motherfucking years since I broke a controller. The other day I broke a $80 Gears of War 5 controller. That Gears of War 5 controller with the rubber all on the back, that ice joint, that joint beautiful. I broke that shit, dog. It's broke. I slammed the shit on the fucking floor. Slammed it. Bow. Broke the shit. I ain't did that shit in years. You know I was pissed. You know I was fucking pissed. Piss the fuck off. Stay your bum asses out of ranked match. Please. God. I was playing King of the Hill. That's all I play is King of the Hill. I don't play nothing else. I only play King of the Hill because I like the objective game base. Because when you start playing that other shit like Team Deathmatch, these motherfuckers turn into fucking campers, dog. They got marshmallows on deck. I can't do that shit. When I seen niggas start camping in Gears, I couldn't believe it. I said, you know what? I'm going to stay on objective-based game modes. So I love King of the Hill because you could camp. Go ahead and camp and you're going to lose. So King of the Hill, that's all I play. Team Deathmatch is the worst. And that free-for-all, the worst. Nah. But, yeah, man, I'm about to get the fuck out of here, man. Jay Easy be getting the same treatment with 2K randoms. Oh, man, you feel my pain. God damn it. But, yeah, I'm 100% telling the truth on this, right? Yesterday, I was playing Gears, and I was thinking about Jay Easy. I'm like, yo, where the fuck is Jay Easy at? I'm like, yo, why the fuck he ain't playing Gears? Because this was my, you know what I mean? This was my running guys when it came to Gears. Fucking Gears 3, Frog the Barber, Jay Easy, this what we was doing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, where the fuck is Jay Easy at on this Gears shit? What's going on, man? I swear I thought about this shit yesterday. When I was paired up with a bunch of bums, I started thinking about my old running mates. I'm like, man, I need the old squad. This shit is crazy. God damn. Yeah, I think I'm done here, man. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I ain't got nothing else to do. I think we're about to get up out of here. Oh, shit. 3 hours and 18 minutes. What the fuck? I didn't even know. Sheesh. I didn't even know it's been that long. Damn. That's crazy. Shit, there's a lot to talk about in these 10 years, and I still don't think I got to everything. I still don't think I got to everything. Anyway, yeah, man, so I appreciate everybody for coming through. Thank you for all the Super Chat supporters. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up and all that good shit. And I'm going to see y'all on Sunday, man. AGS Podcast, 4 p.m. EST. So, yeah, I was just going down memory lane of my, the last 10 years. So a lot of the things I was talking about, of course, I mean, I would think people are smart enough to know that that's no longer how I feel, or that's no longer how I'm rocking. I don't have any beef with anybody. The title is just a joke. You know what I'm saying? It's just a joke. BG did inspire the video. But yeah, it's just a joke. It ain't nothing serious. Ain't no beef or nothing like that. So yeah, I don't have no problems with nobody, man. I'm just going down memory lane of the past 10 years that I've been on YouTube. So yeah, man, appreciate y'all, man. Hit the like button and all that good shit, man. I'm gonna see y'all on Sunday at 4 o'clock. And yeah, I definitely got to get Jay Easy on there because he ain't been on there yet. He should have been on there already. But yeah, I'm gonna get my man. Listen, so I gotta get my homie that I grew up with. We're gonna get on here. I think once he get his PC and shit, we're gonna get on here and we're gonna do a live stream where we talking about these bitches. We're gonna do some gaming too, because this is my homie too as far as gaming. Growing up, me and him, like out of all the homies we had, all the homies we grew up with, me and him was the only ones that was like real hardcore gamers. I'm talking about like y'all know hardcore. So, but this was my, when it came to getting them bitches, this is my guy. You know what I'm saying? So I told y'all we gonna do this shit. So once he get his PC, we gonna do this. It might be another motherfucking 3-hour stream or some shit like that, but we gonna get on this motherfucker and we gonna we gonna talk about it, man. Y'all think this shit a motherfucking game, dog. Y'all think it's a game. This shit real. You know what I'm saying? Where Miss Hard8 at? She in the chat. Ask her how many bitches I had when she met me. Ask Miss Hard8 how many bitches I had when she met me. It was too many. I'm telling you, it was crazy. Ask her how many I had while we was together. But I'm a changed man. I got it together, man. I had to realize that I had a good woman, man, and I had to cut them hoes off. You know what I mean? I had to cut them whores off. But yeah, she'll tell you. You know what? Maybe we'll bring her in the conversation for some of that shit. You dig? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get my homie. We're gonna talk about this shit because I told y'all before that we was gonna do it and y'all been wanting to hear that shit. So it's gonna be life behind them bitches or some shit. I don't know. It's gonna be some fire shit. So make sure y'all tune in that. As soon as he get his computer, his PC, we doing it. I ain't gonna forget this time. 2020 is happening. 2020, it is happening. You know what I'm saying? And follow me on Instagram. X Hard8times. Follow me on Instagram. Because I did pick pictures. No, as a matter of fact, I put pictures of myself on Twitter, too. Yeah, I did put pictures of myself on Twitter. Don't get it fucked up. Yeah, don't get it fucked up. When I was in the best shape of my life, I was getting them whores. So let's not get this shit fucked up. You dig? I put up them when I was pulling all these hoes, I put them pictures up of how I looked. So let's not get this shit confused, goddammit. Yeah, facts. Yeah, there go Miss Hard8 right now. She in the chat. She know what's up. You know what I mean? She can tell y'all I had them bitches. You know what I mean? She even caught me with a couple of them. We're going to talk about that too. Yeah. She caught me in a room with a bitch. I wasn't even there. I tried to hide in the store. The shit was crazy. I thought it was going to go down. That shit was funny as hell. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about when Miss Hard8 caught that bitch. She was a thick John too. You know what I mean? She was a thick John. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that. You know what I mean? She caught a few things. Yeah, y'all think this shit a game watch. This shit gonna be hilarious. This shit gonna be the fucking live stream of the fucking year. As soon as my homie get his motherfucking PC, it's going down. You know what I mean? It's going down. I ran. I did not run. She tried to cut my tires and all that. Hold on. She tried to fuck up the caddy. We're going to talk about it, though. We're going to talk about it. It's all good, man. This happened a long time ago. It's going to be fun, man. So make sure y'all tune in there. I'm going to keep y'all posted on that. As soon as my man get his PC, it's going down, man. We're going to talk about all that shit. It's funny as hell. Lot of shit. We're going to have to leave some shit out, but we're going to try to hit most of it, man. A lot of shit, a lot of years, a lot of fun. It's a fact. You know what I mean? Miss Hard8 was there through a lot of that shit. Because when I first met her, I was kind of like fresh out of jail. So I was like, yo, I just did 7 years. I ain't really trying to settle down, but I'm going to keep you around because you're a good chick. So, you know, I can recognize that, like, oh, yeah, she a lot better than most of these hoes around here. So, I wanted to keep her around, but I still wanted to dibble and dabble. And I was dibbling and dabbling. You know what I mean? I was dibbling and dabbling. It was crazy. But anyway, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hit the like button, all that shit. See y'all on Sunday, man. 4 p.m. EST. It's your boy Hard8. I'm gone. Deuces.